Just an absolute postcard Sunday night in southern Alberta. Lethbridge, the high-level bridge. You're watching the Tim Hortons Brier on TSN.
Welcome to the main event. Let the lights go down, and when the smoke clears, I'ma show you how. I can tell we gonna meet again. You leaving with a frown, me I'm leaving with the crown. How you like me now? Welcome to the main event. Let the lights go down, and when the smoke clears, I'ma show you how. I can tell we gonna meet again. You leaving with a frown, me I'm leaving with the crown. How you like me now? Welcome to the main event. Welcome to the main event.
Second consecutive year, the Tim Hortons Brier in the province of Alberta. Last year, the bubble in Calgary. This year, fans in the house in Lethbridge. And what a gem of a game, a rematch of the Trials final from Saskatoon. It is Gushue versus Jacobs next on TSN. Earlier this afternoon, draw 5, 18 Brier finals between these two outstanding skips. It was Glenn Howard, Ontario. It was Kevin Cooey, Team Alberta. And Cooey brought his A game, throwing 90%. This intent to win. Hit, stick, nails it. Team Alberta looking strong in their home province as they improve to 3-0, 7-5. Glenn Howard drops to 0-3. Very quietly, Matt Dunstone, wildcard team, he improves to 3-0, a 9-5 victory. New Brunswick, James Grattan win number 1, 9-4 over Newfoundland and Labrador. And Colton Flash gets his first win, 9-3 over PEI. So your standings, top 3 from each side qualify for the playoffs. Pool A, Dunstone, Cooey, Botcher looking very strong. Our focus tonight though, Pool B, Gushue, Jacobs, obviously the feature, and the winner of this game has a great chance to get top spot in Pool B. Come on inside the building. What a Sunday night. Hi, everybody. I'm Brian Mudrick. Glad you're watching our coverage on TSN. Kathy Gushue, Russ Howard. And what an interesting dynamic here, Kathy. So you have Mark Kennedy goes to Beijing and helps Brad Gushue and his team win that bronze medal. And what we gathered from that experience is so much mutual respect between these two teams.
Well, and they talk about it now, and they genuinely mean it, where before it may have just been platitudes. But for this team, this Gushue team, he says no disrespect to Bruce Mount and Nicholas Sedin. If we played the best of our game, and Brad Jacobs does, these are the best two teams in the world, in his opinion.
Russ, I'll never forget it. We're ice level, getting ready for the Trials final in Saskatoon. And a part of my opener, it was like, Brad, flip a coin. It could go either way. Is it the same situation here?
Yeah, it's hard to believe. I think they're closer. They're even closer. I thought Jacobs might have been a hair better than Gushue through those trials. The only 2 games he lost to Brad Gushue. Both games, though, nailed by his 1 extra end, 1 tied in the 9th to go to the Olympics. It's just half a shot here, half a shot there. And that's what Jacobs has to say to the boys. If we can be that 1% better each, win the battle of the angles, that's what's going to make the difference here.
Brad Gushue and this team looking for their 4th Brier title. Brad Jacobs and company looking for his first title since Edmonton 2013. Battle of the Brads, next on TSN.
The Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Curling Canada. By Home Hardware, Here's How. By Scotties Facial Tissue, Unleash the Scotties. And by New Holland, proud supporter of Curling Canada.
The field has been very strong at this event for many years in a row now. We expect them to bring their best against us. They're going to bring their A game every single time, and hopefully we can just bring a little bit better.
This year and this time around, I think our expectations are obviously much different than what they are normally coming into a Brier. You know, it's a big advantage to finishing first in your pool. So to do that, you probably got to go through either undefeated or with 1 loss to get that first place.
2 of the best to do it. Can't wait for this feature matchup. And yes, top spot in the pool certainly up for grabs. It is time to meet the teams. Brought to you by Home Hardware. Here's how. And we'll begin with Team Northern Ontario out of the Community First Curling Center in Sault Ste. Marie. Your skip, Brad Jacobs. 3rd, Mark Kennedy. 2nd, EJ Harnden. And at lead, Ryan Harnden. And out of the St. John's Curling Club Remax Center, Team Wildcard number 1, Brad Gushue, your skip. 3rd, Mark Nichols. 2nd, Brett Gallant. And at lead, Jeff Walker. Back from Beijing. Very proud of those bronze medals, and obviously I think they'll have some gas in the tank for this game tonight because they always get up for each other all time. Brad Jacobs as a skip at the Brier, 104 wins. How about Brad Gushue, 153 wins all time. He's just 7 back, by the way, Glenn Howard on the all-time list. Rock colors, Gushue yellow, Jacobs red, and that critical hammer again to Brad Gushue. Surprise, surprise. So to start things off, it is lead Ryan Harnden. And it just seems every time, Russ, these two get together, Gushue has that little bit extra when it comes to that draw to the button and getting that hammer.
Exactly. All 4 rocks were within a half an inch, the side of the rock within a half an inch of the pin. I couldn't tell who was going to be closer. It ended up being Gushue by a fraction. And if you remember in the trials, Gushue won the draw to the button because one of the Northern Ontario rocks picked. That gave Gushue hammer. The game went to an extra end. Guess who had hammer? That put him in first place because they tied at the end of the week. That gave Brad hammer, Gushue hammer in the final, and off to the Olympics with a 1-point win. These teams are just unbelievably close.
It's fine.
Brenton.
It's not heavy.
Line's pretty good.
Kathy, what could be the difference, if anything, in a game like this?
Well, Russ talked a bit about it in the opening, and it is angles. Both of these teams are masters of setting up stones, looking for the big shot on the final stone, and just that little bit off on an angle, maybe the difference between stealing a point or a big shot for 3. And in a game like this, 3 may be all you need to just keep that edge through the end and win.
Heavy.
Ryan Harnden leads stones, of course, brother EJ, both in their 13th Brier appearances.
Okay, Mark. Okay, good try.
Okay, Ryan.
Interesting call, Brian. You don't normally see that, do you?
Yeah.
Just through the first guard tight.
What are you looking for here?
And then the attempt was the run back, missed it though. Team, I had a long talk with Brad last summer, a good hour, and he was talking about all the different things they were going to try at the start of the season, getting ready for these type of events. And they were trying to throw the tick with 9-10 rotations, stuff like that. And you'll see them go away from the norm once in a while.
Hard. Okay. All right. Okay, it's not lightning
Rocks
quick.
are slow, eh?
Nose is good, eh?
Big.
Out turn, peel.
Just run straight, eh?
Hard. Hard. Whoa. Whoa. Mark.
EJ Harnden. 1-2, bangs yellow.
Sorry.
And it will settle
My fault.
in the rings back 12.
Hard to believe you could throw that hard
Have
and
to roll this
not
way.
make the double.
Good throw each. Yeah, he said hard at the start. Board weight.
There's a bit of curl here. I threw in
Ryan's didn't do a ton, so I think it's good ice.
Okay.
Board weight.
Nice thing to have in your resume for the rest of your life.
And how special to do it with Jocelyn Peterman, as
pretty
him
good.
and his fiance both at the same Olympics in Beijing. So cool.
Whoa. Clean. Yep.
Hard.
Yep.
Hard.
Shooter. Go. Keep going, Jeff. Keep going.
There were so many stories of sacrifice. I covered the women's hockey at the Olympics, and Blair Turnbull, one of the players, because of the bubble and the training for Team Canada, the women's program, they were in Calgary, didn't see her fiance, who's in the bobsled competing for Canada, until the opening ceremonies. And that's the first time they got together because of all the COVID protocols. So for him to do it with Jocelyn as well, it's just such a special memory they'll have forever.
No kidding.
Mark, still, yep. Well, yep.
And that time it goes, which brings us to the keys to the game. And Russ, let's start with Team Gushue wild card number 1.
Well, 20 Nichols. Mark Nichols curled 100% this morning. It's just what he does, and you just expect him to do it again because this is a big game, and he just has that extra gear 9 times out of 10, and keep leading. Jeff Walker was 93% in the all-important trials final, forcing Ryan down to 83. That has to change for Northern Ontario to win this game.
Back tee.
Weight's good. It's not heavy.
Just clean.
Good.
And keys for Northern Ontario, Russ.
When there's two teams this close and you got thirds and skips that just don't give an inch, it's all about tolerance. And the Harnden brothers have to miss the right way, which I mean it's short. And that sets up Mark Kennedy to run them in or use them for guards. And make your mark. Mark Kennedy's job is to outcurl Mark Nichols. Easier said than done.
Keys to the game brought to you by Scotties Facial Tissue. Unleash the Scotties.
Good sweep. Oh boy.
As Kennedy unleashes the hit and stick as he settles back 8.
Weight's good.
Good weight. A little less than Brett. Yep. Hard.
It's so interesting, guys, when you think about teams, but even combinations. Like you think of Ryan and E.J. Harnden, you just think of them together all the time. You think of Mark Nichols and Brad Gushue together all the time. And Kathy, we caught up with Brad before the game and kind of joked, he got 20 more years at least, right, with Mark? And he kind of laughed. He said, maybe not 20, but just the journey they've taken. And we asked about that emotion and the outpouring of emotion and tears after capturing that bronze medal. And those two, they've done it all together for a long time.
Well, and he said they shed both kinds of tears. When they lost that game that they knew that they weren't going into that gold medal match, they shed a lot of tears that night just because it was a dream that was not going to be realized. And then that famous now speech from Mark Kennedy shortly after that to turn things around. And when they won, you could see the emotion that day as well because they had achieved something very special yet again together.
And what Mark told us as well is that the speech just came from the heart. He said, as soon as I saw those guys and the devastation losing to Nick Edin, he said, I know that's why I'm here. And I had to step up. He did a speech from the heart, and he said, guys, I've been there. You know what? And we weren't able to battle back. And he talked to the guys and said, you will think this bronze medal in 4 years is gold. And you know what? They put the disappointment behind them. They trained like it was a gold medal game, and the rest is history. So Mark Kennedy, I mean, the respect is so mutual. He said, man, I battled these guys for years, 20 years, and to go with them and feel like a member of that team, it's something I'll never forget. And a huge assist for Mark Kennedy, that pep talk that made the difference, because Brad said, listen, I'm the leader. Sometimes as the leader, they've heard it from me all the time. It's in one ear, out the other, right? But when Mark stepped up and brought everyone up and elevated those emotions to make them positive, I mean, what a feeling. And that bronze medal is something to be proud of for sure for years.
What a class guy, and absolutely proud of. And, you know, we talk about we're not winning gold medals anymore. Give me a break. Like when I played 16 years ago, I was lucky enough to play with Mark and Brad. I had to teach them how to match rocks. We had to talk about tolerance. We had to work on strategy.
I said my voice cracked like a teenager.
They are so much better than they were when I played with them. And we won a gold medal. And that's what's happened with the rest of the world. They're getting better and better and better. And, you know, these two here are as good as it gets, but it doesn't mean that they're going to go out on an individual day and beat Mowat or Edin or whoever's out there. That doesn't mean we've disappeared from the curling map.
Yeah, the rankers of those teams at those trials, Russ, they were off a little bit for you guys. What were you ranked?
Us?
Yeah, you and the Gushue team that year.
Well, good point. At the Canadian trials, we were ranked 9th out of 10 teams.
There you go.
Stuff happens. That's why you throw them up and down.
You should wear more orange, by the way, in our broadcasts. I'm just saying from that year. So a very open end for both teams. Brad Gushue trying to put the wraps on this first end with a blank. And he will. All right, settle in, buckle in, as we're ready to roll. Battle of the Brads here on TSN on a Sunday night from Lethbridge. Welcome back to Southern Alberta. 16th time that this province has hosted the Brier. First stop for the city of Lethbridge. So a blank in that first end, courtesy team wildcard Brad Gushue. He retains hammer with action underway here in the second.
I think you're cornering that one.
Same speed over here?
15.4 on that. So
yeah, it's good speed.
Jeff Walker, the Canadian World Junior Champ from back in 2006.
Go close.
Fight in the 8.
Okay, line's good.
15-4, Kath. That's as high as I've heard.
That is as quick as we have seen so far.
4 foot.
And Kathy, that's the time for our viewers at home from hog line to hog line.
It
the big
is.
time.
It is hog line to hog line. Earlier today it was 14.5, so almost a full second slower.
After hits, go, 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 go. Get a pass.
Now it was an end sheet that we were watching this afternoon, so one sheet more away from the crowd could be a little bit different.
I think the heat from the lights being on all day and the crowds, and it's probably a little warmer air temperature too. And that often makes it a little greasier.
Pretty nice outside as well. So
Yeah,
shining
right,
here in
right.
Lethbridge, and also the first day with 3 draws, starting with our first morning draw on the Sunday morning.
So the building doesn't get a chance to cool down.
But I can tell you, Rusty, it is definitely colder out here tonight.
Oh.
It started this afternoon, and I think that for Greg, they know it's getting warmer outside. There's more people in the building, so now they have to start to, artificially change the temperature inside so that it stays the same.
You see EJ in that little pocket. There are games in the morning, Russ, just a reminder.
Are there?
Yeah.
Really?
I think you come tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Just like bring your grandfather to work day. I'll bring you in.
And you say morning around 11:30?
Oh. Hard. Hard. Okay. You're fine. You're fine. Just clean it. Look, you got it back. Yeah.
Kind of wobbly on takeoff, but recovered. Brett Gallant. So all 4 sheets of ice busy on this Sunday night. BC and the Northwest Territories both looking for win number 1. Our feature, obviously, Jacobs Gushue on sheet B. Over on sheet C, Mike Fournier out of Quebec. And 3 wild card teams this year. Jason Gunlickson, one of those, as he's at 1-1. And of course, Nunavut and Nova Scotia. Paul Fleming looking for win number 2. It is Team Mike McHugh at Manitoba the bye on this Sunday night. All right, Kathy, let's start our updates tonight. We'll begin with Quebec and wild card Gunlickson.
Well, Quebec has had Jason in trouble this whole end. Jason tried a triple on his first, got rid of 2. And Felix, who throws last rock for the Quebec team, came in front. It is only 1 right now belonging to Quebec. But he does have an opportunity for 3 if he can get by the front. Oh, no. That was a pretty big hole. He goes by in red, yellow.
I think it's red.
Yeah, I think he was trying to get that one on the side to score as many as 5, but because he could have thrown a lot less weight, Kath, and taken that center guard out of play.
He had lots of options if he's wide, and none if he was narrow.
Right.
So Mike Fournier, the skip, has mentioned Felix Asselin. We've seen him a lot in junior. Larry St. George and him played some mixed doubles as well.
He's good. Yep.
So just the single for Quebec.
Hard. Hard line. Hard. Gotta go hard, guys.
Little head, Jeff.
Hard. You gotta go. Hard. Hard.
Sit.
Okay. That's the job. Good shot.
Good shot.
Make that double.
Shot.
Did you make the top one?
So a blank on sheet A in 1. You just saw the update from Quebec on sheet C. And Paul Fleming, Nova Scotia. 2-0 advantage over Peter Mackey in Nunavut.
Has to be the call, right?
And probably roll in, right?
Yeah. We run at the
Peel.
break. Yeah.
Like you're
Reds are in a good
you're out
spot.
there, nothing off nose. The hair on the
Straight
inside.
back, if you can make both yellow go away, there's quite a nice setup of rocks. We talked in the opening about the tolerance for the Harndens, and that's what you're getting here. Rocks out front that can be used for Kennedy.
Yep.
Needs to make the double, though.
Yep. Whoa.
Whoa.
Yep. Whoa.
Or Kennedy got 1, got 2.
Great sweep.
And it's funny, Kathy, he made the comments about the mutual respect and getting to know the Gushue team. He said he's so comfortable now coming out, rejoining his own team, because he said, I miss these guys, right? He hasn't seen his team in a couple months, but he's like, with this new respect, I'm actually really excited to go out now and play Brad Gushue in this team.
Well, it does take away some of that animosity that you feel even quietly when you play one of the top teams. And don't forget, they lost the Olympic trials. And one of the things he said is that while he was at the Olympics as part of Brad Gushue's team, he kept thinking, you know, this could have been my team. This could have been my team. But coming back now, there's a very different relationship for the rest of their lives between Mark Kennedy and this Gushue team because of what they experienced together.
Yeah, probably.
That was neat, eh? The double tap for us, and the yellow goes up top over the rings.
A little bit of a race. Effortless power.
One more look, you'll see it.
Double tapped, eh? Yeah. A little unlucky for Mark there.
Yeah, I think, like, I threw one in here in practice, and it did nothing.
Okay. Yeah, I got
It's really this, again, with these teams so equal, it's all about the angles. And the angles were won by the Herndon brothers here. So there's no reason why Kennedy can't sit 3, and it's going to be a difficult blank. And that's a victory for Northern Ontario if they could force Gushue.
Whoa, whoa, yep. Yep. Whoa, yep.
Roll it!
Roll the red.
Roll, go, go, go! Go, go, go!
And look at that now, 1, 2, 3 for Northern Ontario. As you mentioned brothers, well, Glenn Kennedy, Mark's brothers next door, playing with Jamie Cooey, and for PEI, Chris Gallant is the alternate for PEI, and of course his brother in our feature game for Team Wildcard number 1, and Brett Gallant.
I forgot you were human.
I know, buddy. I hate the wide slide here.
Yep. Whoa.
Kennedy was explaining to Jacobs how bad he slid on his first one, but he still made it.
Okay, good job, Mark.
And a nice return from Mark Nichols.
I like the demeanor out of Team Jacobs so far in this game. You know,
Well, you would have saved the shooters except for that little kick up. Yeah. But if we hit it a little thinner, it goes.
Thinner and we fly it. And
yeah, maybe we should have done that, and then we play the double. Yeah. If he doesn't.
The biggest game you're ever going to lose is to go to the Olympics, and they lost a heartbreaker. They come out here we are, got Gushue again. We've lost him twice. He lost the hammer. They're very loose. They look confident, and that could pay dividends tonight.
Nose is a good shot.
You might think in that case, when you've lost to the guy to go to the Olympics, you might try too hard. You might squeeze the bat, right?
Skip Scones here in 2.
Yep. Clean.
Brad did an interview with our Bob Weeks before coming to the Brier and said it's pretty easy to get fired up for our Stanley Cup. As it's what they gear up for each and every year.
Good.
Great sweep.
Either that or we try
the big roll over here.
I was thinking this way.
My thought is you just played this one.
I know. It's just more of the rings, and we get a little lower underneath it.
Sure. I'm fine with that. Yep. And try to hang it on kind of.
Yep, right there.
3 choices: roll behind either red one,
normal, though, eh?
or hit and roll behind the corner guard and hope for a mistake.
Like a 10. Solid board.
Solid
no,
board?
I think we need more than that.
Yeah, I think normal. We want to be shot.
I like normal.
Appearance 19 at the Brier for Brad Gushue, the most all-time for appearances at this wonderful championship.
Normal weight. Little less.
Weight are you throwing?
Normal. Try and roll right behind the red. You guys like that ice?
It's max, but it's good.
Okay.
Brad Gushue and his team finishing 8-4 in the bubble in Calgary 2021. Brad Jacobs and company 7-5 at that Brier in Calgary.
Heavy.
Whoa! Brett! Whoa!
Brett.
Yes! Go!
All right.
Nice try.
Should have kept you on. Afraid we might lose it if we kept going, but.
You roll away, don't you? Yeah, you want to roll a rock. You don't want to nose. He has the double. For the blank.
Are you worried if he noses he ever gives the blank a go?
No, I'm just deciding what
pretty
turn.
natural blank.
I'm just deciding
which
what
turn
turn.
throw. I know. I got you.
I'm thinking like a solid control with the out.
Okay, sure. Going to try to roll a little to center.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
You hit it dead on. Brad might just take on the double and roll out and blank the end.
Similar weight, that board weight.
Ice is
The
so
only reason
good.
I like this turn is because we haven't
It wouldn't
seen
be that big a gamble, so they're going to try to roll to the button.
Yeah, roll it your way. Roll it to center is good.
Yeah.
Center on. Yeah. Roll the button. This will be a solid control. Control? Solid. Yeah, keep it. It'll be solid.
You see teams taking a little more risk when they are that comfortable with the ice.
Control. A little up.
Whoa.
Heavy.
Whoa.
Heavy.
Curl. Curl. Hard curl. Hard curl. Hard. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay.
And actually rolls a bit the other way. In the meantime, Kathy, back to you, British Columbia, Northwest Territories.
Brent Pierce buried on his first, and when Jamie was trying to chase it, he wrecked on the guard and split it open, and Brent tried to cap it off in his final. So Jamie's trying to navigate the hole. He's facing 3, so cannot afford to tick on either stone.
15th Brier appearance for Jamie Cooey, trying to get it off his yellow. A little touch and a far enough, and it will be.
What a great audible.
Sorry, guys.
Did it graze that top, Kathy? It did on the way by.
Absolutely it did.
So the graze, yeah, woo, is right. But he got away with it, and he gets his single. Nice shot to take a 1-0 lead.
So I was disappointed. I thought he was going to be playing the blank.
Let us see.
So you heard the conversation from Northern Ontario. Maybe he takes on the tough blank, but it will be the draw for 1 here. Final stone and 2 for Brad Gushue.
It's pretty good.
It's exactly the shot he threw in practice.
14-4. Shot, Brad.
Sweet
Boys.
And right on the money. So an early first, though, for Northern Ontario. Brad Jacobs able to force the bronze medalist from Beijing. 1-0. Gushue leads here at the Brier. Welcome back to our Brier coverage on this Sunday night at the NMAX Center. The Lethbridge Hurricanes of the Western Hockey League on a 7-game road trip. So we've taken over the building, wonderful facility here in southern Alberta. And that nice drop for 1 for Brad Gushue, 1-0 here. So for the first time in the game, Brad Jacobs, Red Stones with hammer with play underway here in 3.
Line good. Mark. Line's good. Bit of room. One rock quicker, guys.
Top 4.
EJ, stay with it.
We don't want to.
Russ, how much of a win is that force early in a game like this?
It's huge. And these teams are this good. Like you look at the actual percentages. Team Gushue is 97%. So to force them, you've accomplished a lot. And you know the idea is get the 2 here, and you've got control.
Half the 8-foot.
You know, you force Gushue 5 times in theory, you should win.
It's close.
Top 8.
Top 4.
Wide 2. Top 8.
Little
Wide
extra
off.
line here.
Let it come down a bit.
Top
Where are
4.
ya?
Top 4. We're
I
freezing.
think let it come down.
Can we go around? No.
Whoa, let it come down.
We're right beside it. We're
Jeff,
freezing.
guys.
Jeff, we're not around it. We're freezing. Yep, bounce it off here. We're not there.
Whoa.
Gonna set up a double here.
What are we doing?
Okay.
Like, no?
Lance not happy.
I like it.
It probably wasn't that heavy. They kind of decided halfway down to get it behind it, and then it
We
just
never
ended
said
up
it
in
was
the
heavy.
wrong
Like I
spot.
said, it's freezing it.
Yeah, I think we just need to be a little more decisive on that.
Weight's good.
So there's a lot of chatter always this time of the year after an Olympics about possible changes, maybe new faces on new teams, and Brad Gushue was asked about it.
You know, I understand it. I think right now the Olympics are the big carrot that everybody's chasing, and we're 4 years away at this point. So it's an opportunity for teams to rejig. I think we're seeing how other countries are developing and how much better they're getting, and it's forcing us as Canadians to try and put together the best possible team and find that chemistry and the mix of talent that you're looking for. And I wouldn't be surprised if every team or every top team out there has some form of change over the next couple weeks or months. You know, and you have to take into consideration we spend so much time together as teams that a 4-year cycle, there's some staleness that can happen and some, some conflict, I guess, within teams as well. So, you try to alleviate that, get a fresh start with a new team, and there's not many teams that make it past that 4-year cycle. We're one of the lucky ones that we've been together for 8 years, and Jeff and Brett have been with me now for 10 and 11 years, and with the exception of a couple of years, Mark's been with me for 20 years. So we're the exception to the rule, but this time around we do expect to see some change, and it's going to be some interesting conversations over the next few weeks.
And we've kind of done, Kathy and Russ, both of us, unofficial polls, talking with skips and basically asking, let's say out of the top 8 teams that are here, how many do you think, asking the players, will be around or similar? And a lot of them said none. A lot of them, to a man, said, yeah, there's going to be a ton of changes.
And with the exception of Kui, many put an asterisk and said, unless we win. Because then that changes things.
Adds another variable, doesn't it?
Sure does.
Okay, good shot.
Great throw.
Yeah, you remember Kui was the guy who won, would have been Team Canada, but still decided what was back in 2015 to break things up anyways.
Yeah, incredible.
And they've been pretty clear, Team Alberta, about their plans, that this is pretty much the last time you'll see them as a unit at the Brier, but enjoying it, embracing it, and battling hard for each other.
Yeah, it's going to go one way or the other. It could be a distraction that you know you're not on the team anymore if you're the one that's been left out. Or you could say, hey, this is our last kick at the cat. Let's finish it off properly.
Yes!
Whoa! Roll it, Brett.
Shooter!
Roll. Yep.
Little hit and roll there. In the meantime, Brad Jacobs was asked the same question.
There's been a lot of talk about that. I think rumbling started about teams making moves and changing their lineups after the Olympic trials. And my position personally maintains the exact same now as it did back then, as it did at the beginning of the season. I really, at this point, want no part of it. I know one thing for sure. I'm on a great team with great teammates, and we have a great chance to win here this week. And I don't see any reason to take part in any conversations that could be distracting against the ultimate goal. So I know that this week there's going to be a lot of conversations, a lot of closed door conversations, maybe guys even sneaking around room to room, and rumors might start shuffling around, but I want no part of it. I will not be entertaining any of those conversations because we're focused on the task at hand here this week.
Love it.
What an incredible answer, Kathy. It's honesty, and we talked about it before when Botcher was playing molding. It's a distraction.
Yes.
You got to know how to handle it, and that's why this guy's a champion. That's a wonderful, wonderful answer.
And the reality is, he's very open that he knows that these things are going on, but this week, for these days, from the time they got here Wednesday till the time that he leaves, hopefully Sunday night for him, there's no discussion of anything other than what makes the 3 people in front of him play better and makes him play better as well.
So right now, it's Team Wildcard, sitting a pair. Northern Ontario, obviously, with Hammer here in 3. This one on the way from Mark Kennedy.
Curl! Shooter!
Little tap, yellow goes. Shot stone still belongs to Gushue. Wildcard in the 4.
This team, I thought at the trials, made so many precise hit and rolls. Like Mark got that edge on edge, so Brad can't hit the top red one roll buried, I don't believe. And the doubles a thin angle because of where he rolled. Just beautiful shot.
You agree? Yeah.
You can't even play the double, you jam it on your own. This whole end will come down to, can Team Gushue prevent a double from Team Northern Ontario?
Whoa! Really good.
Whoa! Brett! Whoa! Jeff!
Whoa!
Shooter!
Brett. Yep.
Mark Nichols avoids the jam. Little rollover. And just that nice, soft, controlled weight.
Very good. Double kills the yellow or red anyway, so it's
right.
I feel like you want to throw it hard and try to do that.
Okay.
And keep that.
Yeah.
And if you roll buried, you can go over the top. I think even if you roll too far, is that okay?
Yeah. Is this the weight?
What?
What's the weight? Normal?
Yeah, normal's good. Sure.
Doesn't normal look like the weight?
Peel, you want to hit it fairly thick, or you'll take out your red on the left. And so if you throw it really hard, it could go across the top of the shot rock. So they're going to soften the weight a bit. And this way, he should get a better angle on that second rock. Try to miss the back red.
Clean. Whoa,
Really,
whoa,
really close,
whoa,
and you'd be
whoa,
fairly close to the
clean.
double.
Yep. Whoa. No. Yes. Yep.
11th Brier for Mark Kennedy.
Whoa!
Three-time Brier champ, two-time world champ. Oh, avoids the jam, rolls over nicely, sits on top.
Shot. Pretty good.
Just precision.
Sweep, guys. Good call, buddy.
Look how close they got to running that Gushue rock onto his own. And he had to do that, and by softening the weight, by not throwing peel, he rolled to the perfect spot.
And that man right behind Mark Kennedy was huge at provincials. Jordan Chandler, he stepped in for this team during the playdowns. They won their Purple Heart and kind of out of the game for a while for, you know, life, family reasons, personal reasons. Got the call from Brad Jacobs, and what a great fill-in, and now he is the alternate here at the Brier.
Think of that pressure. Final sudden death game to the Brier, and you're covering for Mark Nichols. Or Mark Kennedy, I should say.
Good board. Good board.
Clean. Clean.
A lot to keep track of here. You got a couple Marks, you got a couple Brads, right? There's lots going on.
Brothers.
Clean. Clean.
Hit.
Shot.
Smart call, because there's a pretty good chance Brad Jacobs leaves a double.
Or you hit it and
You like this, boys?
he's, you know what? He's doing this. He's rolling to here.
Yeah, he's going to try to roll big. Yep.
Gives, as long as he rolls anywhere in here.
Yeah.
I don't know if
It's
you have
tough.
a shot.
It's tough. Okay.
You know what
You
I'm
have to
saying?
make
Yeah,
a play
I-
in the shot rock here, I
And
think.
Mark, I mean, we can make this and split the rings type thing, right?
all the way to here.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing too.
What's the best shot, though? Roll buried?
Just
Wow.
over buried.
Yeah, right. Okay. Just trying to think of the weight here. Is control weight the right weight?
Yeah. If it's that easy control stuff.
Yeah.
They want to roll left as we're looking, either not necessarily to be buried, but just to stop the double. If you hit it dead on, Gushue's going to pound them out of there. But you can't hit it too thin, because the red one that's there might glance off and go right out of the rings. So they're going to soften the weight again. You can learn so much by watching these top teams. They pick the appropriate weight for each shot. That's half the battle right there.
It looked, when it's coming through, it doesn't look heavy, but
Yeah.
because even mine a couple ends ago was 10-3 and didn't go through very fast.
And Russ, to echo that, in talking with a few of the skips, including Mike Fournier, he said what makes these teams so difficult, rock placement.
Yep.
They say we're going to put it here,
Yep.
it's there.
Yep. And Kennedy just showed you that by throwing the right weight.
Curl.
There's the tap, there's the roll to lie two with hammer here in three.
Is there a red double? I don't think so.
Oh, great call, Funk.
Again, rock positioning.
Perfect throw.
Perfect.
Perfect throw. Perfect throw. What do you want me to say?
No, that's Scott Howard's.
Yeah, because we want to get
As
back
you
back
see the
here.
roll?
Yeah. I don't think this is going to go crazy. You like that? Is that enough? Is that enough?
I think minimum side, but
Okay, open it up then.
All right, Kathy, back to the update as we have Brent Pierce out of the Royal City Curling Club in New Westminster, British Columbia, taking on Jamie Cooey, Northwest Territories.
Well, Jamie attempted to freeze on his first, and then Brent came down and tapped it. It was arguably not shot, and then it became shot. But Brent set it up so that he could make a play to maybe score multiple points. Jamie guarded, and so it is that long guard that Brent's trying to run back. Yellow onto red, remove the yellow, and maybe score two.
Brent Pierce, former Brier champion,
It's good.
Good boy.
winning with Craig McCauley back in 2000 in Saskatoon. And it will be a steal of one for Cooey, so 2-0. As Pierce cannot
Right behind the red.
accomplish the goal. And in our feature, that will roll for Brad Gushue a little bit too far. So you have an option. You can draw for 2 or the tap for 2.
That's right.
Did any of us throw this out during this then?
Skip's choice here. Good try.
What do you think of that ice?
I like that ice.
We have a vacuum. Okay, sweep for T. Yes. Should be good speed here. Speed should be good.
I find this season Jacobs is a little more methodical with his thinking process. He'll slide out to the hog line, turn around and look at the angles, then he'll pick the speed first. Then he puts the broom down. A little bit more thought process going into all these shots.
80% on his draws so far this week in Lethbridge. He's got one in his back pocket. Final stone here in 3, a chance to draw in for 2, and you can see converting with the hammer. Pretty successful.
Whoa.
Okay,
Just trying to add a little drama on a Sunday night there, Russ.
What
do you always say? Rest the sweepers for the big game later in the week. I mean, why use them now?
I did what I thought it would do when I let it go.
There you go. Jacobs 2-1 over Gushue. It really is incredible, guys. Brad Gushue, Kevin Cooey, Brendan Bottcher. 3 skips to reach the championship final in the last 6 years. And then, of course, 3 for Brad Gushue, the silver. Kevin Cooey, 2 titles, 2 silvers, and Brendan Bottcher. I mean, the hard luck kid finally broke through, right? 4 straight finals, 1 in the bubble in Calgary, which is incredible. And the one talking point, I mean, Brad Jacobs, obviously 2013 wins the Brier, 2014 Olympic gold in Sochi. And if you look at his record since, I mean, close. He lost the final, 2015 Pat Simmons in Calgary, 2016 in Ottawa. He went 11-0 in the round robin and then got bronze. St. John's 8-5, Regina 8-4, Brandon 9-4, Kingston 9-5. The bubble in Calgary 7-5. I mean, a team that is always knocking on the door, and you wonder maybe they break through again this year.
Well, at some point, you can't flip heads every time, right? They're that close. There's no question about it. Some of those, the one year he was 11-0, he was the best team by a ton. Ended up with a bronze medal. It's the unfortunate part about any sport is you got 2 of the best teams in the world or 2 of the best teams that are on fire, because that's who you play in the final. You're not going to win them all.
Go. Good.
Good boy. Very nice.
Great shot each.
Nice. E.J. Harnden draws in, back button, and fully buried.
Interesting strategy again by Jacobs. He's not afraid to ruffle things up. He's winning. He threw 2 center guards without hammer. He's decided he's going all out to steal here, which can backfire or can put him up a couple points.
Big head.
Line's a little tight. You gotta go for weight.
Where are you?
Top 4.
Top button, guys. Line's pretty good.
Gotta go. Line's okay.
This is pretty quick. They should be able to get it there in this turn.
Hard then.
I think you're real close. Come on, Jeff. Hard.
Line's good. Play the weight.
Top button. Hard.
Hard,
Top
guys.
button, Jeff.
Hard.
Hard. Come on.
Keep going, Jeff. Hard. Hard. Go, 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 go.
That was an outstanding sweep. As Nichols Walker pounded it, still shot stone for Northern Ontario.
Nice shot. Just the same. It's usable.
Freeze the top even.
Right?
Yeah. Hey, Brad, you could hook the top one too. It's not awful.
Sorry, like here?
Like just not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. I think that's plan B. I don't mind here. I know that this is, but
You know, you see the Brier playoff record for Brad Jacobs, and we talked about Kevin Cooey and maybe one of the more remarkable records ever for him. What in his 9 previous Brier 7 finals for Kevin Cooley.
That's unheard of also, especially with the quality of the fields, the guys you're talking about.
T-line.
You know, Brad Gushue had a real trouble winning playoff games for the longest time. Jacobs, don't forget, is 5 years younger than Gushue.
All right, Kathy, Quebec wild card. Jason Gunlickson over on Sheet C.
Well, Jason kept it simple last end, not wanting to risk, so he would have last rock to be able to score 2, and he has that opportunity here, already line 1, looking for a draw to the 8-foot for the 2.
Coming off a win earlier today, it was our feature, Kathy.
It was.
As we had Gunlickson wild card and Mike McEwen Team Manitoba.
There you go. 2.
That nice draw weight. So 2 on the board. And Gunlickson leads 2-1 over Mike Fournier.
Battle of the angles didn't work out right for EG there. Just rubbed off the top yellow, rubbed off their own, and it opened it up enough that Glenn can get to the inside here. It's be difficult to remove.
Well, Kathy, the one thing, the decisions for Brad Jacobs this end, it makes it entertaining for us and for the fans at home. There's a lot of rocks in play and a lot of those angles that you guys talked about. Angles, the key to the game, Kathy.
Well, and I also think that both of these teams have played the game long enough that they're not interested in running it up and down. They thrive on the complicated and are challenged by it.
Good. I think we're shot.
It's good. I mean, still early, right?
Still early, yep. Freeze the inside of that yellow?
I guess so. Speed looks good now. Yeah. 4 rocks down there. I bet you that 40 that I gave you with at positive 35.
Yeah.
I'm assuming they mean 4:35. 4 seconds to 0.35. That is lightning fast.
Can you explain those numbers, though, Russ, for viewers at home that don't know?
The 2 numbers that most of these teams use are from hog to hog. So right now, this side of the sheet's close to 15 seconds, and that'll get it right to the button. But a split time, when he's saying 35, he's not adding the first number, which is a 4 seconds flat. So it's a 4:35, and anything over 4 seconds is downhill.
Well, it's just by itself, Mark. Sorry, Mark.
Oh, wrong angle there.
That one comes out. The only danger is this one, where this goes, fires it in. We can get this one lined up there. It's ideal. It would be nice to keep the...
What weight is that? Not very hard.
Back line.
Just thinking here, you want here.
Okay.
What are you thinking?
Just trying to chisel think you want here.
Into the back line.
Back line to just through.
On the nose with back line just through.
The other option is to play a bit of weight. Kill this. Kill this. This shoots over here.
No,
then we always got that to fire back.
They're better with the soft weight, I think.
First call.
Come have a look. I was thinking the second call initially, but I don't know.
That?
Initially, I was thinking that goes
soft.
right over though, eh?
Oh yeah, it goes over. I'm just thinking you get it over here somewhere is probably pretty good.
If you roll.
Yeah. Oh, if we ever roll it in, it's no good.
Roll in or even roll out.
Yeah. What do you like, Mark?
My first thought was that hit, like get rid of the 2 red.
Yeah.
But
it is a little congested. Like,
where are you at, Jeff?
I like the first call. Like, I think if you make
that. My only concern is kind of where this one's going to go. Yeah. We got to make sure this one gets back here.
These ones will sort of be both lined up, right?
Yeah.
Because you're hitting it off of this
no good, is it?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Oh, if we get this lined up, it's great. That's what my initial thought was. So let's stick with that.
Back line?
Yeah.
Just through? Like
just through.
Moving 3 rocks?
I'd like to get this 4 back here.
Yeah, back line is not going to move it very far.
The red's easy to move. This one it's interesting. I don't think it's going to go very far, but they're more worried about rolling that yellow one into there. And then it's obviously a real easy shot to get that back red one of Jacobs. So it's just rearranging the furniture enough that you can get that yellow that's top 4 foot onto the center line. So what's the appropriate weight to do that? And they're thinking like a back line to hack.
Yep, line's tight. A little heavy.
Mark Nichols, 100% in his game versus Nunavut earlier today.
Hard!
And both Walker, Gallant, all they got the entire way down, trying to hold the line.
It's good.
And look at the angles now in the yellow. 1, 2, 3, all queued up, and that's a couple lonely reds. Back T line.
Real nice.
It's a great shot.
Pretty good.
Nice shot, Mark.
Thanks.
Attaboy.
I remember it was Jacobs that threw those 2 red guards out there.
How's it looking?
What do you like? Do you try to make this double?
No.
And well, if you jam
Your
it here,
kill, right?
No, that's going to nut jam right there, and then at least it's back button.
I like that call.
Right?
Yep.
That makes sense to you?
Yeah, it's fine. You got enough? You got enough of it? You got enough from your half?
I got enough.
Okay, if you like that, I like it. Go ahead.
Top yellow onto the yellow top 4. Make that double.
It's almost a nose, but I can't quite see the nose.
It'll punch the yellow, Gushue's yellow at the top of the button into the shot rock position, but it'll be behind the tee line, which could help Jacobs later.
I think almost as thick as we can.
Because he's going to need some help later, the way these are lining up. Remember that just that one shot that rolled open for Northern Ontario allowed wild card 1 here to get to the right spot.
Yep.
Mark Kennedy has this team desperate to move some granite around. My goodness.
Hey, Mark.
It is all coming up Gushue so far here in the 4th end for Team Wildcard.
Sorry, Brad.
No. Boy.
Make that, jeez.
Like this?
Make that double. Real nice.
I don't mind it.
Oh, that's the
The
call.
only other options to hit this with like normal and lie 3, but I like this double.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay. Nose are just a hair inside, Mark. What kind of weight do you want? Okay.
Firm normal.
I'll guarantee you Jacobs hasn't been in this much trouble at an end this season.
No, normal.
Okay.
You like normal here?
Even if Mark had missed that wider, Brian, he would have made the top double. So here goes. They're trying to go red, right where Gushue's standing. Stay right there, maybe roll in a little bit, and it's 5 yellow in front of 1 red.
It's good. Yep. Gotta go. Come on, bud. Gotta go, Jeff. Hard.
Mark Nichols here at 4.
Hard.
A chance to really put the heat on.
Hard. Good job.
Perfect double. Look at the shooter. My goodness. Yellows all in front, top of the house, and that is the loneliest red in the world right now for Northern Ontario.
Hard. Good shot. Good roll.
Nichols was 100% this morning, as we mentioned. He's still 100 today.
Yeah, but you can hit what you see and you still get it.
You got to be a little high. Is that what you're seeing?
I'm seeing a little high, yeah. I don't know if staying there with the shooters
What
are
are you
very
guys-
good anyways.
What are you thinking? Thinking of making the 2 into the 4-6, not that double. Have their 2 sit here. Then his angles aren't as good.
That's right.
If Brad can make 2 doubles here, we hold him to 3.
Yeah. Yep, I like that.
So we're trying to hit like
3/4?
Yeah.
Once you do all that, that yellow that's raised will be kind of there. And the nice part about that is it's tough for Gushue to raise. They'll be staggered a little bit.
He doesn't have anything here.
What?
You ever?
Yeah, but he's got the red right back. He can see a piece of the yellow.
Could throw a long guard and hope.
Yeah. We do have some time, so I'll come back.
What about drawing? That's too dangerous, I guess, eh?
Yeah. Just if we don't kill anything, it could be like 5 or 6, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm aware of the desperation right now. I get it. But what does he have right here to get rid of our red right now? Anything on this side? What do you see?
Well, I kind of see like a little bit of weight maybe through this hole.
Like wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Yeah.
I just thought it was worth chatting about throwing a kind of a guard that hooks that side and hooks the run.
It's super risky. I guess you have any other shots.
Yeah, but if you're here, he just makes the
Well,
slash
I know
double.
exactly. Yeah.
I don't mind our shot to try to limit the damage, or you're trying to get away with one here. It's hard to take away the run and the 6, though, because he'll always have the run this way.
We're never playing the run on any right now either, right? Do we like this shot, or is this not the right shot? Like,
I'm good with the shot. I'm good with it.
Okay.
You seem to like it, I think.
And Kui got a big end, didn't he? Do you think that could slide right through, Brian? Like, they were a little afraid if they threw the long guard on the Red Rays that Gushue could come right through, and that would be a disaster. Also, this red one, the yellow one, goes right through the port.
Whoa! Yep. Hard.
In some big time trouble. Brad Jacobs.
Good.
So
really
two
good.
yellows go.
Get out of there.
Not bad.
Throw.
It's pretty good.
It's
Good
not
shot.
all bad.
Great shot. Great shot.
that worked out pretty good.
So if Gushue hits that yellow, he can't see all of it, Kath. It's
No,
gonna.
he cannot. I'm right behind that sheet. He cannot.
Trying like 4. He freezes one in here.
Oh, man.
I like that. If you like this, I'm all for it.
No, I just think we play normal. This spins off. He makes a good freeze. We kill everything.
Make this we're pretty nice.
Make this. He might be able to get rid of 4 though.
That's what I'm worried about. We
Yeah.
make it, we're there. Those 3 are gone
3 go
for
for
sure.
sure.
I don't see 4 going.
I just think to get rid of this, like we got to play a fair bit of weight.
Yeah.
And this might go. To get rid of this, that's
Okay.
going.
Like even if you make the roll to,
Yeah. I like the intern here, Mark.
yep.
Interesting. I think he's going to give that bullet double a try. I think that's what they're talking about. Mark hasn't gone over there yet. But yeah, right there, cross like that.
Yep.
Sit 4.
I think half is probably pretty close.
Interesting.
Half is close, yeah.
Half is perfect.
See, if they miss it, you might give up your opportunity at scoring a big end, don't you?
Would you ever come and just the quiet tap to your yellows?
100%.
The red back
100%.
right now?
Yeah, sure, because you could tap it, sit a couple. You've got 4 in the rings.
Yep.
Well, he told us, Kathy, you'd like a few fist pumps.
Hard,
Make a
Jeff.
few shots for this crowd in Lethbridge. Let's see what he's got here in 4. Brad Gushue, hit it, roll it, get across, catch the red. Oh, you bet he did. What a shot from Brad Gushue. He lies 4 with hammer here in 4.
Had no idea where to put the broom, but I guess he did. Really nice shot.
That might be a catcher, yeah. That or you force us.
Put the broom down, called his shot, made it. And how many now can Brad Jacobs try and remove without hammer?
What? I don't know.
Can you? You'd hate to play the run back, 'cause you might only get one of them or something. Can you not hit
Maybe.
the top?
This is harder to get.
I agree with you. Yeah.
Can you not hit the top one
agree with
intern really hard and get them all moving?
I think it's close to getting most of them.
I like it.
You like that?
Yeah, I do.
So Russ, hammer what you can see of that yellow.
Nice shot, Brad.
Right. I think you could even hit it. You don't have to get super close to the guard, but that rock goes for sure. If you throw it hard enough, this rock goes for sure. This one goes back there, and if you throw it hard enough,
Should be dead straight.
I think one of these goes. I think I think he can get 3. The key is the 2 on the center line. If they're close enough together, he'll have enough power. If not, he'll only get 2 of these. But all 4 should be moving.
It's been quite the end. A lot of rocks in play.
Straight. Whoa.
Final stone in 4.
Yep. Yes.
Nothing.
Yes.
Now the sweep.
Yes.
Brad Jacobs, bang him. Can they all go? Oh, he hits the 1.
Really good, Brad.
Oh, man.
Nearly had 3. And it will be a shot to pick up 3. What an end between these two teams.
He nearly had 3, and he also nearly had the guard.
That's true.
Good throw.
Called that cute.
Good throw. Almost got us out of jail. That's okay.
Just about.
And some good two-stepping there from Kennedy to try. Had to avoid the yellow, jump in, and continue to sweep.
I could see that one jam too on the left here, Brian. That was the rock that Brad made the beautiful double and left it in the rings. And because he left it in the rings, this would just be a draw for 2 if that hadn't jammed.
Oh, fun end. So after all that, a lot of rocks in play, he made the beautiful in-off double with his first final stone here in 4. It's a draw for 3 for Brad Gushue.
Back 4, back 8. Still holding.
It's going to sit. It's fine. It's back 4.
14.
Escalant will just walk it in. Put up 3. For Team Wildcard from the Rock, entertaining end. Gushue leads in Lethbridge. That was a pretty entertaining end, unless maybe your Brad Jacobs says, tell you what, Brad Gushue finding a way. First off, the in-off was so tough, and then obviously sets up the draw to score the 3, so he leads 4-2. Northern Ontario Red Stones now with Hammer here in 5, but how would you sum up that end, Russ?
Unbelievable, like it really was. Gushue's team was better at it. I thought Nichols made a wonderful shot. Hack-Waiter double and rolled to a perfect spot, and then they were in real trouble. But what happened before that was they weren't getting the angles right in Northern Ontario, and that's all it takes with these two teams.
Kathy, what was your takeaway there, Kathy, from that end?
Well, I think that, you know, we talked so much about the impact of Mark Kennedy and how great he was, and that was the one end that, you know, that tick on the guard anywhere on the outside, those stones are flying and it's going to be a different end. But unfortunately with that tick, the momentum switched all in Gushue's favor.
A little bit heavy.
Off. Where are you?
Right beside it.
Yeah, back.
Stay with it. Go, Mark. Get her going a little.
Whoa.
Wait only,
Whoa.
guys. Lots.
Whoa.
Lots of room. Weight's good now. Whoa, needs a curl.
Whoa.
Still there.
Can't
Weight's
bounce
pretty
it all
good.
on this
No,
line,
it's
guys.
there.
Whoa.
It's all there.
It's okay. Only Mark if you're going to go.
No, we don't want
sorry,
to.
Brett. No.
Dig in.
Shot.
Good. Try to get it in here.
Yeah, that was a wonderful in-off that Brad Gushue made. Not only was it a tough shot, but where do you put the broom?
No more than 4.
You're a little bit in no man's land.
Yeah.
You're just not sure. You haven't played that many shots out there.
But it's funny, Kath, and it's easy up here, isn't it? But the team that was winning, the 2 center guards.
Yes.
It's that end was going to go one way or the other for sure.
Hack. Yep.
Hard, Ryan.
Yep. Hard, Ryan.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Whoa. Mark.
Yep, go ahead.
Go ahead, Ryan. Go ahead,
Okay,
Ryan.
that's fine.
Good. That's good.
Beautiful shot. Beautiful. Tough to going to get that frozen yellow one out, but they do have 2 red already under cover.
What do you like? Guard?
Do we ever just guard?
Can. I guess we are. Yep. We are second. It's only a game.
Yeah.
Do you think you could get around and hit that red one onto the yellow on the wide side?
Room Mike.
Yeah.
You only have to hit part of it later in the end for Jacobs.
So I'm behind that hack by this sheet, Russ, and you can see about half a stone, maybe more.
And he doesn't need, he needs a little less than half to make that. It would be a guess.
Line's good. Weight's good.
Room length.
Bit of room.
Easy. Weight's nice.
Bit of room.
Switch.
Where are you guys?
just past the broom link. It's going to need some curl here. Broom link. Go ahead, Mark. Whoa. Go ahead, Mark.
Line's good.
3 feet short.
Line's good.
Good. Yep.
Shot.
Hard.
Perfect guard.
Nice weight.
They're not the most exciting shot, but
What
it
do you
takes
like?
a lot of skill to get it in the right spot.
Thinking that again. I know it's tough, but I like it. Just a back line. Just try to get in here.
It's a little more than backline what you had.
Yeah.
It's just a tough shot. Like the feather tick. Now, if he does go right by it, he should hit the shot rock.
Back line.
Yep. Got to go, Ryan.
Hard.
E.J. Harnden.
Hard. Yeah, you got to keep going.
Come on, Pete.
Keep going.
Come on, Pete.
Brother Ryan on the brush.
Hard. Keep going. Red one.
So they'll feather the high one, try to get that into the rings, and the shooter will grab top 12.
Isn't that amazing? They've actually got 3 red ones buried.
Good speed over here.
Let's get you up to date across the sheets of ice. BC and Northwest Territories tied up at 2. Cooey with hammer there. Wild card 3, and Gunlickson with hammer and a 2-2 tie with Quebec. And you see 3-2 Nova Scotia over Nunavut as Paul Fleming leads by 1 with hammer. And they're in the 5th, obviously.
Weight's pretty good. Broom link. Gonna need some curl.
Easy,
Broom
Brett.
I would suggest that our graphics operator has to, adjust the graphic, but no, it's just Mark Nichols is still 100%. It's been that way all day long for the thrower.
2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 29 shots he's throwing. He's perfect today.
Hard. Hey, brush.
And look at that.
Yeah. Incredible. The hard part for Jacobs here is getting that frozen one.
Keep tightening it up, and they keep throwing it in the same place.
Yeah. Or the same shot.
I don't mind the same shot.
I like it.
Just throw type of thing.
Gonna try it again. At some point you gotta move that frozen rock, and you've only got 3 left.
Yep. Hack weight. Yep.
Easy.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yep.
Hi.
Whoa.
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 Curl.
Curl.
Touch it.
Had to hit it just that little bit thicker.
Throw, Mark.
Those are, I can't call 2 different throws like that. You know what I mean? It's not.
Full 4.
Yeah, and what he's getting at there is 2 brilliant players. One's right-handed, one's left-handed. You're coming from a 1 foot different angle, makes a big difference. And everybody's in turn tends to curl more than their out turn, so that's kind of a double whammy. It's tough to be that precise. Boy, that was close, because if he ever ran into that frozen one, he'd unlock it, and then they'd have a chance of scoring all those red rocks on the side. Now they're in trouble to get rid of those reds. Save those reds.
Line only.
T-line. Whoa.
Looks heavy, guys.
T-line.
Okay.
Maybe top button.
You don't need it for line.
Top button.
No.
It's fine.
Whoa. Just play the weight. Play the weight. No, it doesn't need to curl. Whoa. Over curl if anything. Good.
Great spot, bud.
Okay, good shot.
Attaboy.
Beauty.
Great spot, Mark. Good shooting.
Right.
This one.
What do you like?
Probably that.
You like this?
Yeah.
Is that what you like?
Gotta get really careful here. They don't give up another point or more.
The hair high.
Yellow onto the shot rock. Try to hit it on the right side of that and carry them onto that other one. If they're lucky, get them all. But better make sure you get that one that's on the top of the button.
Blank's not available anymore, Russ?
Yeah, no, I think.
Sorry. Mark Kennedy.
Hard.
Run it back, and again, just drives it right through the port.
Throw, Mark. Hey, Mark. Throw. Good. I don't want him rolling that way, and I don't want him rolling this way, so. guard it perfect.
Trouble.
Do you want to be as tight as where I was?
Yeah, I want it tight, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want him shooting this back.
I agree.
That's what I want. Like, even if we're top 12, it's not terrible.
Yeah.
Play card. Same as yours.
Yeah, same spot as mine.
Tight guard, even if we're top 12, Jeff, is not the worst. Yeah.
Where did you put that, Brad?
No, what's not.
Just that simple guard again. They made it so many times.
It's really good. Yeah.
Speed's good.
Nice and fast.
So Skip Stone's here in 5 right now. Team wildcard Gushue lying 3. And the guard to come.
It's top 12. Top 12. Up. No, it's heavy.
Just
heavy, up.
Top 12.
Line's good.
Yeah, biting. Whoa.
Right to your broom.
Biting. How's line, guys?
That needs a curl a bit,
Just
Brett.
short of it now.
Your rock.
It's pretty good now.
Go ahead.
Easy.
It's good now.
Line's good.
Just out.
Yep, Brett. Yep. Whoa.
Nice throw from Brad Gushue. Meantime, update time. Sheet C as Jason Gunlickson, Kathy, settles into the hack.
Well, Felix Asselin faced 2 on his final, tried to play the hit and roll under that tight guard, but just got to the nose. It did not move for him. And so it is an open hit for Jason for 2.
So that's like the slimmest I could have hit it. And it would still, and it curled like.
Gunlickson trying to put together a 2-win Sunday.
Easy.
Solid. Clean.
Improve his record to 2-1.
Clean. Easy.
Clean it. Shot, Jay. Real good.
Wozniak will clean it and right on the nose.
2, yeah.
So a nice pair, 4-2. Gunlickson leads. And in our feature,
Thanks. Nice end.
tough couple ends here for Brad Jacobs when
Yes.
it comes to Skip Stones.
Yeah, that team Gushue's just made enough tough shots that they've got a couple cracks here. He has to get the shot rock here.
Curl.
1-2, clips him,
Really good.
and then stuffs the yellow, but it opens things up.
Right. Very nice shot.
Whoa. Curl. Good shot, Brad. Really good.
Really good shot, Brad. Full 8-foot split center on.
Lie 3.
So you hear full
Full
8-foot,
8-foot split center on.
yeah, lie 3, and you just
Gonna
don't
try
want to
and give
give
you
him
the
the
same
out
weight,
and nose
actually.
hit, right, Russ?
That's
You don't
right,
want to
yeah, if
give him the
it's-
easy one.
Yeah,
I
if it
think
slides a
the same
little
out of my
deep,
hand,
it
I
makes
think
it
you
so
guys can
easy.
work- Oh, yeah.
I'd rather have him drawing, even if you go top 12, make him draw around those.
Probably the.
I don't think he's
the
hitting.
higher side of full 8.
Can't see enough of them. We've seen a lot of teams miss draws this week where you go a little wider. We saw Cooey and my brother miss 2 in a row by going a little wider, a little quicker path. I think I'd rather have Jacobs drawing here than hitting.
Top 12.
Oh, wait.
Top 12.
Looks really good.
Line's the same.
By the way, line's perfect.
Weight's good. We're
Line's
there.
the same.
Weight's perfect. Heavy. Let it curl a bit.
14-7.
Really close. How heavy?
And they didn't want it to come in too deep and give him the out.
Okay.
And did they? I think it's a nose hit for
roll a
1, is
little.
it not?
It's really close. You can definitely roll towards that right
I think
one.
it's okay.
You can't nose it, I don't think, eh?
Here.
Okay.
Okay, so if we're trying to get the rock to here,
Yeah.
right? Probably out about here.
Just outside middle. I like
Yeah.
that. Okay, buddy, right in the T line.
Now my guess is it'll be a hair quicker here than in that edge of the 8 area.
Kathy, what's your take on this path?
I think it's going to be pretty consistent. I know that Mark was taking a really good look. I think that maybe he was hoping that Brad might play that hit and slight roll. But Brad Jacobs was pretty firm that he was going to be playing the draw, and that's the draw he's playing.
If you hit it dead on with a bit of weight, it'll spring
It
forward.
might scooch that little bit forward
Right.
to get shot anyways. We've seen that so often already this week.
Minimum ice here, I would suggest. Yeah, Brad had a wonderful trials. Just one shot short.
He needs a beauty right now in 5.
Line's good.
Final stone down by 2.
A little bit of room.
Sweeping for T. Line.
Right on the T line. Line will be okay.
It's sliding.
Nothing yet from EJ Harnden, Ryan Harnden.
Good. A little rub here.
Got to get off the yellow first.
Yep. No,
off that yellow.
You might touch it. I think you're perfect.
And does it now stop in time? My goodness. Whatever it takes.
One red.
The Olympic gold medalist from Sochi. He'll take it. Let's check the reaction. Yeah. 1-point game in Lethbridge. The best players in Canada providing us with AGI top shots all week. So Brad with Hammer here, up by 1. He's lying 2, but still the key here to open it up though, Russ.
I guess they're not happy with the Reds out front, because that's what Jason's all about here. He's going extremely hard to try to get a steal or at least a force here.
Whoa! Ryan!
Mark Kennedy. 1, 2, and 3 disappear. What a shot from the third from Northern Ontario.
Just fantastic. Dead on with speed, and it's a guaranteed 2.
In control the entire game. Here in 5, final stone, Brad Gushue. Red spill, and look at that. 3 more on the board. Gushue cruising in game number 1. Vote for your favorite AGI Top Shot every day at Curling Canada on Instagram. Top Shots is brought to you by AGI, storage and handling equipment for agriculture. And Max Center on this Sunday night. Great to have fans in the building. A lot of youngsters taking part. The future of the game. The Gushue girls, cutouts last year in the bubble in Calgary. Great to see them actually here in the building. And let's check the numbers now, Russ, after 5.
Well, you look at the numbers at the bottom there. The great Mark Kennedy's 17% behind, only because Nichols is perfect again. But it was really 2 shots. The Nichols double in the 4th end set up that 3, which could have been more if Northern Ontario hadn't made a beauty with their last one. And then Kennedy's wonderful hit and roll that set up the 2 earlier. It's those hit and rolls by the thirds that can win these games.
Great night to get some live curling action and see yourself on the big screen. We'll step aside. 6:10 next.
The Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Curling Canada. By BKT Tires and OK Tire. By Home Hardware, Here's How. And by Sponge Towels, made for real-life messes.
I used to be a snowmobiler, and then I picked up snowmobiling last year, and we all know how that ended up. Ran into a tree.
I was spent 5 days in the bush last week bison hunting, so that was new for me.
Bought a side-by-side and a quad, so it's been great to get back in the outdoors.
I've spent a lot of time out on the land with my dog doing a lot of hiking.
So when working from home, I had to get out of the house. It drives me crazy, so I started walking about 20,000 steps a day.
I've added more streaming services to my repertoire.
Probably more family time.
As a family, we played more board games than we ever have in the history of the Fournier household.
My family's got me on the old Wordle craze. I did start my own construction company.
Well, I went back to school. I went and got my MBA.
I started my new career. I've been a mortgage broker now for just over 6-7 months, so it allowed me to go to school.
I tried to have the best looking yard on the street.
I guess I built a house during that time, so I kind of got spent some time in that.
Well, we did a bunch of home renovations like a lot of other folks.
Never thought I would have much of a green thumb.
Yeah, it's been quite the couple of years. Kathy, how about you? What'd you get into?
Nothing.
Hey, great answer.
Like all the same, you know, we walk outside, and in Winnipeg we have some of the best summers, and so spend as much time outside as possible and with you people.
Russ, anything interesting?
Just a lot of free labor for my son in his new house.
Ah, okay. I was hoping you'd finally track your wallet down, but it takes some time to find it. So I was hoping that for you. Welcome back to our coverage. And it is wonderful, all joking aside, to be back to a Brier, have fans in the building. NMAX Center holds about 5,500 here in southern Alberta. So 4-3, the advantage belonging to Team Wildcard.
Clean.
Playing our way here in the 6th end as Northern Ontario without Hammer throwing the Redstones will try battle back. And Brad Jacobs, how would you describe that final shot that he made in that last end, Russ?
Lucky, if anything. He threw the exact right speed, and I actually thought it was minimum ice, and I don't know whether he was wide. We're not right behind him, but that almost ticked the corner guard, almost ticked the next rock, and either one of those ticks could have been detrimental to the speed. And you give up another steal, get down, 3 to Gushue, you're in big trouble.
How's the weight, boys? How's the weight?
We're a little tighter than we want. Yeah. Not bad, though.
In the 4th end, 2 center guards for Jacobs without Hammer when you're already winning. It was really questionable. And then since then, they've had so many tough shots that they've been awfully close to making, but at some point they're going to have to really put a good end together to tie this game up. When you're throwing 6-7 really high degree difficulty shots, it's going to be a long evening.
Mark, go.
Brett Glantz just misses, then actually slices the red in the house.
Ooh, bad break there. Kind of sunk that red.
Try. Hey, I took the paint off it.
The problem with that is it missed the double, which is what they wanted, and so unlucky to stick that in there, almost frozen and tough to remove.
But it should be reasonable speed here. Yeah, it should be good speed.
They're all kind of Christmas trees, so I think Northern Ontario's going to go great around everything.
Russ, I'm just curious, and you went through the Olympic grind in Italy in 2006 and winning that gold medal with members of this Gushue team. I'm just curious, Brad himself said expectations were lower coming to this Brier just because of the fatigue in Beijing and then coming home and then competing. You're not going to feel fatigue in a game like this because obviously Brad Jacobs is going to lift you right up. You're going to be ready for this, but do you feel that maybe could play in later on in the week for this team or not?
If there is a fatigue, and it's going to be a mental fatigue, it will be at the end of the week, not at the start. And you're right, this is only their 3rd game, and it's the biggest one because the winner of this could win the pool and get the bye. So yeah, there's not going to be any fatigue here. But I think Brad guesstimated how he would feel. Nobody's done that. Like when we won the Olympics, that was it. Season was over.
Right.
So when the Olympics go back and try to perform at the Brier, we weren't allowed to play in the Brier that year. So I think he's just assuming he's going to be very tired. He might not be. You win this game, you win the bye, you get to the playoffs. It's adrenaline after that, and look out.
It's good. Brett, it's nice. Whoa, Jeff. Hard.
That's really hard.
Hard, roll it, Brett. Sorry. Could have rolled another rock.
Shot.
If I remember correctly, too, and Mark Kennedy was a part of that team when Kevin Martin won back-to-back undefeated Briers and then won the Olympics in Vancouver, and they were hoping to come back and actually have the chance to play in the Brier again, and it wasn't to be. Circumstances back then they couldn't play in it, but I guess you have to live it to understand the fatigue. It's not like you can. I mean, you did an Olympics, hence why I asked you.
Right. Yeah.
But unless you're in their bodies, it's really hard to say.
It is. They're getting a little bit older. The back end, they're up to, all the way up to 42. I can hardly remember back that far, but it really depends. I think Brad, he's a politician. Like he's not going to say, oh well, we just won a bronze medal, we're going to blow everybody away at the Brier. So I think he's saying, well, it's a different feel coming into this, but they're not afraid to try to win this thing.
Hard!
They got it by the red guard and then grazed the stone in the house.
Good. Hey, Mark.
Did you get the feeling, Brian? They're almost, especially Mark, they're almost trying to make it too perfect. Like they didn't have to get that close to the guard.
This one.
Okay.
Even if you're right in front of that one.
Yeah. Top button.
Yeah, nibble the top of the button.
He's got half of that yellow.
Yep. That's why I want it just below this. So when this hits, we're good.
Yeah. Okay.
That can happen, you know. You lost the
What?
biggest game you played, well, other than the year you won.
Just bite the button.
To go to the Olympics, lost in the round robin. It's easy to just try too hard.
Speed's nice.
They had that at the hog line, and they just got cute with it.
I think it's a foot quicker, but it's really close to the same.
Seems pretty close.
If I throw the same as what I threw my intern last end, top 4.
Yep. Max.
Max? Okay.
Because we were off that.
Yeah, okay.
Weight's pretty good.
Mine's good.
Felt there to me.
All there.
Whoa,
Back 4.
That's pretty good.
T.
Top 4. Just play the weight right now. It's good.
Gotta go.
Mine's good. Room.
No, we're not.
Room. It's real good.
Gotta go.
Okay, play the weight. Needs to curl a bit.
Gotta go.
Curl if you can.
Perfect. A little bit.
Curl if you can.
Spread.
Whoa,
Yep.
And such a great angle
That's good.
from our wonderful people on camera to see that come in, and you can see the curl and slide in and then sit there. Now 1, 2, 3 shot stones for Team Wildcard.
As good as we can do. I think.
Spectacular. Nichols is really feeling it here.
I'm gonna have to make this and then a run double, depending on what I do on mine.
Yeah. You're thinking it's barely going to touch these though.
You talk about Nichols and his numbers. So only one time in history, and it was recently in Kingston. It was Matt Dunstone in 2020. He had a perfect day. 100% versus Kevin Cooey. Dunstone 100% versus John Epping in the same day. The first time it has ever happened at any position at the Brier.
Incredible. Just
You
incredible.
okay with that?
I am.
I thought they'd go the other way and play the intern double. We had a good shot of it a minute ago. You can only see a thick 2 inches of this thing. And unless he gets all 2 inches of it, it's just going to redirect and jam. Look at that.
Skip Stones here in 6. Brad Jacobs.
Whoa! Straight! Straight! Hard!
Great shot.
Nice precision. Picks the 2 yellow stones out.
Throw cup. Wasn't easy.
And game saver. He tick there. Brad guards it or draws for 4.
Nice. You didn't get by by much. Great shot.
We almost ticked our own right out of there.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe.
Great shot. If anything, foot quicker, but very similar.
Looks very similar right now.
Yeah.
I love that what these guys did. We did it in 06. It was more about feel. It's a foot quicker here. And you can relate to how you've thrown it, and it's a feel that you mentally remember as opposed to 13.82.
Right.
I really like that.
It's a little more than Mark.
All there.
Clean. Weight's close.
T-line.
Yes. Slide only.
Back 4.
Hard for line.
Slide only. Back 4.
Whoa!
We need a rub.
Back
Line's
4.
good.
No.
It's all there. It's freezing.
Back 4.
No.
Whoa.
Okay.
Can you tap that?
Sorry, guys. It's a little hard.
Back 4.
Close. Is it drag enough to maybe stick it buried?
Maybe. I think we're throwing it.
Like he's got a little bit of the wrong angle though, but
Yeah, well, is there any other?
Boy, I don't think I like this. The yellow-red will drag.
I don't see much else though.
So that's actually hard to throw it that way. It'd be more like that. So this red that looked right now, it's lined up to go there.
Unless you did this.
It will drag.
Right?
Yeah.
But I don't think it'll drag enough to stick. I think it might drag and just go out of the rings.
You don't have enough of that, eh?
No.
Could you not play the freeze?
I like the freeze. I'm right behind
Yeah.
that sheet, and there's not a lot available, but
No.
it's a great angle. You come and you freeze on top. You know, is there two? Sure, maybe, but it's really tough. And look at the scoreboard. Even though
Right.
it feels like Gushue is all over them, he's only up one.
I can't agree more. It's a tough 2 if you freeze in there, and if you get really good, you could probably tap it. Might even be shot.
I'm not a huge fan of the just straight out turn draw.
Okay,
I don't mind the tap.
So whatever. We're thinking force here, right?
Well, yeah, that'd be great if we
mean,
could make the out turn draw for 2.
Right there.
You could freeze there.
You could.
That's what I mean.
I know what you're saying.
You could freeze. Even if you might be able to get shot.
I don't think you want to move.
No.
You're never getting shot, so you might as well just freeze, and then he's drawing for 2.
Okay.
And
We
the
like
draw,
that?
and the draw's protected
that
by
as
the
best
red
shot?
one.
Well, it's
Yeah.
either that or this tap.
Yeah.
The tap's not bad, even if it rolls open.
Oh yeah.
Is
Good
it bad?
angle. Nope, it's not. Okay.
Do you like this?
I don't at all.
You might get shot. You never know. Try it.
I think you're throwing just back.
I think we know what Brad likes, because he's mentioned it a couple times. They pointed out the freeze.
Well, he was going to try the peel weight and get it to drag it, but it's never going to drag enough, and they finally decided that wasn't. Now they're going to come around with like a back ring weight, yellow, red, and tap it to the button. But your shooter's going to roll open, and there quite likely will be a double for Gushue for as many as 4. I'm not a fan. I'm with Kathy at the intern freeze.
You still like that, Kathy, the intern freeze?
I
That's
sure
your
do.
call, yeah.
This could set up a double somehow. It rolls off. He gets it too thin.
Final stone for Brad Jacobs here in 6.
Close.
Can he put a little heat here on the bronze medalist from Beijing?
Curl. Keep going, Pete. Keep going, Pete. Keep going, Pete.
Ryan Harden trying to make this carve, has to get it over just to make contact. The weight was close, but now it'll be a shot for 3.
Yeah, just too tough. And even if he throws that a little better, the shooter rolls open for the double for 4.
Going a little wider?
Yeah. Should
What's
slide
that? I
greater.
could about 6 inches. Slide better.
It's going to slide really good.
So I think you need. I'm going to try and take 4 feet off what I just
I
threw.
like that.
Yeah.
We're in the tee
The
line.
weight's good. Go ahead early. Like we got the side of the.
What I
floor
like
there,
your
too.
conversation too, and for new curlers or people at their club, what I think is a great lesson is you said, I'm going to throw this a foot more or 2 feet more. When people get with those stopwatches with the split time, you know, I remember even when I played in college, a guy used to go out, but he'd pull it back, right? He'd kick out hard, pull it back. You get the split time, you're like, and then it's way off.
Yep, right, exactly.
So that foot of what you talk about, it's just such a great teaching tool.
And it forces the brushers and the thrower to think about speed.
Back tee line.
Tee line. Line's fine.
Back tee. Back tee. We're good.
Back button.
And look at this weight.
Great shot, Brad.
Absolutely perfect. Brad Gushue, 3 on the board, in control now in the Battle of the Brads. A 7-3 advantage for Team Wildcard.
That's good. Yep.
Certainly now an uphill battle for Northern Ontario. Brad Jacobs, a huge 3 on the board from Brad Gushue, draws in 7-3 lead. And Kathy, I'll start with you. I mean, sometimes you're in the moment, you want to score, you want to put pressure on, but what did you make of the decision to try that shot?
Well, I think he just wanted to make something happen. That's the kind of guy Brad Jacobs is. But in this situation, I know you don't want to give up points, but if you go to play that freeze and you don't make it perfect and you're on the corner, you're giving a bite of the button to Brad Gushue for the 2. And will he make it? Maybe. But if he doesn't, because the real estate is so small, then it's down 1. Now all of a sudden you're within 2. You've got hammered. The game is still within reach. In my opinion, that was an all or nothing shot, and unfortunately, it was a nothing outcome.
Yeah, it was so
Spot
tough.
Where we were playing before, right? A couple innings ago.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Room like
All right, Kathy, back to you. Fournier Gunlickson on sheet C.
Well, an opportunity for 3. Jason's gone back a little bit to what we saw the very first game where he just tried to throw a huge weight shot and wound up just ticking a stone over and leaving Quebec lying a couple, and was forced to make a run on his final stone. Only got 1, leaving Quebec 2, a draw for 3, and an opportunity for the lead in this game.
Okay, you got the red now.
Felix Sasselin, who throws the 4th stones for Team Quebec. And very nice. So 3 on the board. And they have the lead, 5-4. Had to chat with I know you're a big Winnipeg Jets fan, Kathy. Had a chat, though, with Mike and Martin Crête, and they're pretty happy those Montreal Canadiens are turning it around at least a little bit. Playing some better hockey.
Have they ever, eh?
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Hard. Hard.
Hard, Ryan.
Hard.
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 Say what's the red.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Say what's the red.
Touch it.
All right.
Might be getting suckered in here a little bit. Yeah. Roll.
What he's saying there is there's so many red that they can loop around. And we know they can take 2s and 3 rocks out of the single swipe. So
That's thin. I think if you make this, you're not making that.
it would be tempting the way it's lined up to throw center guard, and that's really what he's afraid of, being suckered in.
Yeah.
I think that's a smart call.
Little thin is
play
you
the
get
double.
I like that.
It's like half.
It's probably a little more than a third.
A little more than a third.
Yeah.
If I get a third, it's probably getting another one.
Yeah.
It's not far off making the reds, all the reds go.
Whoa, Mark. Hard, Mark. Hard for a piece of it. Hard, Mark. Hard. That's about as ugly as we can make it.
That's kind of like the Jordan Spieth on the golf course analysis for us.
Now we're in it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's left all 3 reds, which is what Northern Ontario is looking for. Opened up the front, moved it behind the tee line. A little glimmer of hope here for sure now.
Oh, fuck.
It's frustrated Gallant the whole game.
Room. Room still.
Can't.
Still room. How's the weight?
Heavy.
Okay, well.
Through the house. Maybe
What?
back 12. No, we're through.
Wow. Just don't see it often from these 2 teams.
No, you don't, and there's no excuse. And you know, we saw that in the Cooey Howard game. Rocks going through inside out, and it's just the way it is on arena ice. It's faster, but these guys know that, so you can't make excuses for them.
I'd hate for that to come over and mess this up.
It's all gone and an inch on this side.
Yeah, let's do this.
Yeah.
You want to be half or less here to get off of that.
Yeah. He's always going through, isn't it?
Fine, yeah, like I wouldn't worry too much.
No. Thin half.
Clean.
Little extra.
Whoa.
Gotta get
Clean.
wide.
Whoa.
Good.
Okay. Let's hope we touch that.
Yeah. Good shot. Just want to tickle it.
Yeah.
What are you seeing, Mark?
Yeah.
Are you seeing a draw?
Or frozen, whatever you like.
The unfortunate
it's not.
part of where that yellow is, it's so deep in the rings, it's hard to bury around it, and it's really hard to freeze to the corner of it.
So we're going for T-line here? Speed should be good. Yeah. And if I'm top 8, we can lock it on, right? Yeah. Okay.
Boys haven't given up. It's nice to see. There's a good attitude out there.
Okay, good line, I think. Clean.
Out there.
T. Clean.
Line's good.
Line's good, boy.
T line.
You got
Line's
room.
good.
You got room.
Room for the come around.
You got room. You got room. Ryan.
Get ready, Ryan. Oh, there's.
Wow.
I don't know. Just gonna be wide open.
Didn't curl it.
Mine looked great for a long time.
Near what they thought.
A lot straighter than I thought it would be.
If it catches any curl, it's perfect.
Normally, as the week goes along, it will get straighter to the corner. We mentioned off the top of the our first show, there's more curl to the wings. As it goes along, the pebble builds up on the sides, but it's only the first Sunday, so I'm surprised that ran that straight.
Yeah, forward weight.
Just
Weight's
maybe
good.
a hair light.
Weight's good. It's clean.
It's a hair light.
Yep. Whoa. Yep. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Jeff, stay with
Jeff.
it.
Whoa. Jeff. Clean.
Just the center.
Just roll it a bit. Real
Great
good,
shot.
Mark.
Nice little hit and roll.
It's just robotic, isn't he?
Great shot. Probably on the lower side of board, but still a good weight.
Yeah.
No fatigue on that guy.
Mark's didn't look like it went crazy there.
Nice shot. That was a good throw.
Thanks. Mark's didn't go crazy there, so I figured, like, don't overthrow it.
No, he threw it nice.
Just a little less.
There right now, Mark.
Clean.
Line's good.
Line right now.
So
Clean.
heavy. Well then.
Room on it.
On 4 weight.
Yep.
All right, Kathy, great to see Paul Fleming back at the Brier. Team Nova Scotia taking on Peter Mackey and Nunavut.
Well, he faced two on his first. He tried the double but jammed, and it is that Yellowstone that is on the left side you saw. And so that allowed Peter Mackey to split the house, and he did. He does lie two.
Yep.
And Paul has elected to play the hit and stick.
Hard. 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 Hard.
And he'll hit, and little flip to the back four.
One red.
So a single.
Good brush.
And a 7-3 lead as they look to improve to 2-0 at this year's Brier.
Just a little bit, yeah. Sorry. Curl in there.
In the meantime, in our feature, it looks like that draw didn't even, it just curled up a bit too much.
Yeah, it was funny. As it got to once they decided it was by the guard, they quit brushing, and then it over curled and.
Because it looks like it's still wild card 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, exactly. So how do you eliminate all three? Yellow with only 2 rocks left.
What's the speed in this path going to be?
Still be good.
I think it's going to be good, yeah. Is like any less, or you like this?
Right.
I should get to the edge of the 4, eh?
That's perfect.
Pretty easy. Yeah, gets edge of 4.
Okay.
So you think this
It
path
might be
is going to be
it might be a foot or two slower, but I think we make it up in the brushing.
Okay, so give you what I just gave you, eh?
If you're looking for top 4,
Yeah.
foot or two less.
Yeah. Okay.
Think of the confidence that gives Brad Gushue. They're saying it's virtually the same as it was. You can even throw a little less. Yes, it could be a shade slower here, but we can get it there.
Felt like it was there to me. It's good. Right there. Line's good. Line's good. Just past the groove. Looks a little heavy. Just past.
Top button.
Brett's in if you're going to go. It's right there, Mark.
14-7.
It's perfect.
Might come down a little. Still yours,
Yep.
Brad. Yep.
Yep.
That's pretty good, Paul.
Brad Gushue,
Good judge.
lying 4 here in 7.
Great spot.
Thanks.
Hit and roll in front.
All right, back to our friend Kathy Goetsch. Another update, Fournier, wildcard, Gunlickson.
Well, that red stone that you see, that was Felix Asselin's final stone. He was trying to freeze on top of the Gunlickson stone, but bounced off and bounced open. And so opportunity for Jason to get back that too and take the lead once again.
Gotta go, buddy. Really gotta go.
Coming off a win earlier today against Mike McEwen.
Hard, hard, hard. Keep going right to it. Sit, sit.
And will it sit in time?
Just, Gibby.
Attaboy. Nice, dude. Never a doubt.
Just. A bit of little doubt, but yeah, that's 2 on the board.
Boy, that was close.
It really didn't curl.
So back and forth, they've traded the lead there, Kathy, a few times, and Gudlickson back on top.
Curl. All day. No.
That's it. And the shooter. Yeah. You know, we just, it's one of those games you expected it to be a lot closer, high intensity, and unfortunately, just not there for the team from the Sioux.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I kind of like saying
I like that too.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming at all, Brian.
Just going to have to draw the 4-foot no matter what, so.
Brad, do you want a little less ice, or do you want the same?
No. Put it in the same spot. Yeah.
Same way.
Yep.
You know, we talked about all the Brier appearances for Brad Gushue, obviously coming out of Newfoundland, Labrador all those years and battling. Only one time in all that time did he finish with a record below 500, and that was in 2012 in Saskatoon. He had a 5-6 record.
Just a little tighter line. It's real similar. We're back.
Just bite and tee the most.
14-4. Okay.
Sit.
A little deeper than they wanted it.
Rock deeper than I would have liked, but.
It's like you played with that guy before.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, board, you hear? So, yeah, it'll be the hit for 1.
Such a massive game, as we talked about. It's A for the psyche, I believe. You know, that'll be 3 big game losses in a row. Two could have gone either way, but this one sure didn't. And then this could, if it stays this way, this puts Jacobs into a must-win situation in the playoffs if he ends up in 2nd and 3rd.
Good shot, Brad.
Throw, Brad.
Nice shot. Right on the nose. As the Brier champion from Edmonton 2013 gets a single, but Gushue in control.
I think our goal is just come out strong. You know, we have a few games in the middle that, you know, on paper we're maybe supposed to win, but this field's tough. So just learn the ice and just get better every game. And our goal for now is to get into the playoffs. And once you're in the playoffs, anything can happen.
Well, the goal is the playoff round for sure. Having that experience about battling through the entire week, staying in your zone and within yourself, not looking ahead. Those are going to be something that we've struggled with in the past, and having an experience there that Darren there is going to help us kind of get over that hump.
Yeah, Darren Moulding, a lot of family and friends here in Lethbridge. They got a lot of crowd support in that game versus Team Canada. So it is James Gratton, it is Colton Flash. That's our feature tomorrow morning at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Myself, Kathy Gauthier, will have the call for you as Flash a Brier winner with Kevin Cooey back in 2019. And Russ handicapped that one for me. That should be an exciting game between those two.
Flash has had a wonderful year, and I'm really impressed now that he's gone to the skipping roll how well he's drawing. But the molding factor, Gratton's not afraid to beat anybody. He's knocked off or almost knocked off anybody in the world. So, yeah, I don't know. That's a pick 'em.
So look forward to that one. Meantime, our feature here in the 8th inning is Team Wildcard in control. Brad Gushue up 7-4 with Hammer throwing the Yellow Stones here in 8.
Clean.
Just clean.
Clean.
Just clean.
It's funny.
Clean. Good throw.
Gallant's really been frustrated with his
Wasn't brave enough to call it.
either the way he's thrown it or the way they brushed it. And you look down and he's just under 90%. The whole team's
less than half.
expectations are so high. It's a high ceiling with this team.
More positive on this one? Yeah. Just clean it.
You know, one of the interesting storylines, kind of lost a little bit in the fact that Kerry Anderson has won 3 consecutive Scotties titles. Of course, Brad Gushue, just back for the Olympics, that bronze medal in Beijing, is that pretty much out of nowhere, Kathy, and we got to call in the bubble the mixed doubles that you had Gushue and Anderson, had barely played mixed doubles, came together and won that gold medal in the bubble. You almost forget they did that in 2020 in Calgary.
Just some pure talent between those two.
Clean. Clean.
And if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, as you usually do, Kathy, it will be Galantin Peterman, if I'm not mistaken, the selection.
That is correct.
Is that right? Yeah,
that
for
is
Canada.
Correct. And that selection was made because it had to be made. Unfortunately, the mixed double Canadians were canceled because of COVID, and so the selection made, and they will go off to Switzerland, I believe it is, for the World Championships.
If Gushue wins the Brier, Gallant's in for a busy year.
You got room.
I was thinking that earlier. Russ. You know what? Whether he wins the Brier or not, the Olympics, the Brier, and then a World Championship is a lot.
And the trials before that.
And I think a wedding in there somewhere, right? I mean,
right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's got
your priority straight.
Busy calendar.
Full 12's good. Keep going. Keep going.
Well, the cool part of winning the Brier tankard for Brendan Botcher is that they took the tankard out and they got to celebrate with it a lot. And actually, for Brendan and Bobby, it was part of the wedding.
Was it really?
In the pictures, yeah, it was very cool.
Board weight.
Yeah.
Like
I like board.
Pretty nice guest to have at your wedding, right? The Brier tankard, why not?
Y'all like board weight.
Board weight.
It's nice weight. 10.5.
Board weight. Real positive.
Oh, Brett. Gotta go, Brett.
Uh-oh.
Gotta go hard
Could
for
we
piece
be
of it.
ruining the
Hard for piece of it.
100%
Go
game?
hard, you got it. Good. Shot. Sweet.
Well, how do you score that one?
Well, it did, yeah. I'm a Mark Nichols fan, so I'm going to give him 4 out of 4, but it's probably a 3 out of 4.
How do they, I mean, we're joking up here, but how do they score so you make a shot like that? How do you score to get a 4 out of 4? How do they do it?
Well, you know, let's say, you're trying to make a hit and roll, you got to make the roll. But it's so subjective. You're up 3 with the hammer. So to me, that's a perfect shot. But there's a pretty good chance they won't give them the perfect shot there because
it wasn't the called shot.
Right. But it's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Yeah, it's really subjective.
A little full on you both times.
Top 4 depth.
That?
Top 4 depth.
Yeah. You didn't get that, did you?
No, but it's good. It's the same speed everywhere.
Yeah, Brad's this way was like 14-4 to the tee line.
Yes,
so
they gave him a perfect score on that one.
Are you part of the scoring committee too here? You're busy here in Lethbridge. Good for you.
A little late.
No, I think it's good. I think it's heavy. Back 4.
Well,
It'll be real quick here. If it gets across the line early, it'll slide.
Whoa, can't bounce on this line.
Now we're back 4.
Off it then. Right beside it.
T-line. Coming down.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Still there.
Whoa, whoa.
Okay, Mark.
Okay.
Uh-oh. I'm worried again.
Swept one down there, too.
I'm sure he's not worried as long as they get the W at the end of this thing.
Yeah, that's just it.
Thinking like back line, boys.
Right, okay.
Back line? Back line? Okay.
Good way. Clean. Straight. Back line. Yep. Whoa.
Whoa.
Skip Stones here in 8th.
Clean.
Little chance here now.
Line.
Curl.
Curl. Curl. Curl. Keep going.
Hard.
Keep going. Roll it. Roll it. Roll it.
Little hit, little roll. And there is 2 behind cover.
Great weight.
Very nice.
corner freeze.
Well, Russ, obviously Brad Gushue, solid game, and we go back to a very nice key shot back in the fourth.
I thought he was going to rattle the yellows around, guarantee a 1 or a 2, and he was just more greedy than that. He guessed the right spot on the berm, threw it really hard. That's a lot of weight for Brad. Kicks it back. Brilliant. That changed the entire game.
The key shot brought to you by BKT Tires, growing together.
Brad's he's smart like a fox. He'll say to you, well, I can't throw it that hard, or Mark could make that, but I can't make that. Well, when he has to, he can throw it hard enough.
Top four down. Points there. Line's good. T-line.
Back 4.
Whoa.
Whoa. It's got to curl. Top back button.
Curl. Whoa.
T.
Whoa, Jeff. Yes. Hard.
Trying to hold the line, so there's shot stone.
Good. It's good.
And it's very close.
Don't think so. I think it's red. Yeah, it's red.
We don't have really time, eh?
Right here?
You want to call the shot?
Right here.
Yeah, that's good. Sure. Yep, I like that. That's what I was thinking, anyways.
T-line. So just back T.
Lost that
Try to bury
on
one
the
around
brush
that.
at the last second. Any more
Yeah, I like
speed
that.
to kick that yellows shot rock.
And there you can see the thinking time that Jacobs was talking about. Gushue has 9 minutes, 13 seconds, and Jacobs now under 5.
I didn't love this one.
Line's a little tight.
Line right now.
Yep. Room.
Line's good.
Yep. Room.
Right here. Line's good.
Yep.
Little bit if you can for line. Wolf, if you can. You're getting real tight here. You're by.
Just by and sits to lie 1 and 2.
You're right where we want.
Oh, it's a really good finish to this end for Northern Ontario.
Yeah, thanks.
Time for player comparisons brought to you by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada. And as you look at the numbers, yeah, it's been Gushue 96% out curling Jacobs by 10%. We can report too that Mark Nichols at 98% in this game as well.
Weight's good in this spot.
At 86% for Brad Jacobs is quite impressive, because they've been very difficult shots.
Yeah. Clean it. Stay down.
Back button.
I don't think it's that much, Brett.
Curling. Line's fine.
Stay down.
Curling.
Stay down. You're never hurting it.
So final stone here in 8. You saw the situation in the house. Has to come in and find at least full 8. He'll do better. To the Tim Hortons button for a single. Great numbers continue in this battle of the Brads, and the battle controlled by Brad Gushue as he leads by 4. Our Sunday night coverage, first weekend at the Brier here in Lethbridge. Glad you're with us across Canada. Brian Mudrick, Russ Howard, Kathy Gauthier. And an 8-4 advantage for Team Wildcard. Brad Gushue leading Brad Jacobs out of the Sioux. With play underway here in this 9th end. Northern Ontario down by 4 with Hammer throwing the Red Rocks.
Almost like he held on to a little long.
Got the same.
Right here.
More.
Great line. Line's great.
Better throw.
Line's
Brian,
great.
long time lead, but he skipped Northern Ontario at the Canadian Juniors
Okay,
back
line's
in
great.
2007 in St. Catharines to a 7-5 record.
Yep. Good. Attaboy. Very nice, Pete.
Good spots.
So you see a couple corners now set up.
Just through.
Other action will get you up to date. BC up 4-3 on Jamie Cooey.
Just through.
And Quebec, that's been a back and forth matchup. Quebec up 7-6 on Gunlickson, who has Hammer in 9. And Paul Fleming, Nova Scotia, over Peter Mackey. Nunavut 7-4. And Nova Scotia with hammer in 9.
Just through, guys.
Yeah.
Tough shot here. They can't remove that red corner guard, but they can move it. So just asking Gallant to just kick it sideways 2 or 3 feet.
Hack weight. Yeah, he's real hard. Okay. Way too hard. Okay. Okay.
The only option here is you want to get 3. You have to score 3 if you're Northern Ontario, and then you're back in it. So even if you go back 8 here, you're going to have to create some errors. So you have to bury it. I don't think you can be top 8 and be buried.
Hard mark.
Hard.
Hard mark.
Hard.
Hard mark.
Hard.
Needed in the rings.
Keep going, Mark.
Hard.
As Ryan Harnd and Mark Kennedy, a little rub, they'll get it in there, but man, they were hoping to bury that behind the corner.
He can't buy one in it. It's a lot of the interns are over curling on him. Don't know whether it's the rock or it's the release or.
He can't get around this right now.
Yep. Well, he's going to play like some sort of split, right? Like try to roll under and push it back.
Yep.
But I like getting rid of the high one.
Yeah. Well, can you get that?
Sure.
Yeah, you can hit.
See a third of that.
What's that?
You can see a third.
Okay. If you get the top one, so be it. But I think if you get this one, he's got nowhere to hide, really.
Yeah.
What are you seeing? Normal? Peel? 8. Okay.
Just like that, like a firm normal.
Whatever you like.
I like it.
Interesting, they're not going after the rock in the rings.
Yep. Hard. Whoa. Clean. Whoa.
Brett Gallant.
Whoa. Get over. Oh,
Okay.
sugar. Okay. Okay.
Nice shot.
You don't like my rocks, do you?
Huh?
You don't like my rocks there.
Best you could do.
What do you like here?
Any,
Or bump and roll.
like this?
Yeah.
I like that.
I want to welcome in our viewers that were watching Sports Center on TSN 5 as we are in Lethbridge for the Tim Hortons Brier on this Sunday night. A battle of the Brads, a rematch of the Trials final in Saskatoon, but it's been all Brad Gushue, team wildcard, an 8-4 advantage here over Northern Ontario. And Brad Jacobs, it is Jacobs down by 4 with hammer here in 9, throwing the Redstones.
Weight's good.
And this one from Mark Kennedy. Oh, pardon me, this is still E.J. Harnden.
Sorry, not a great weight.
That's good. That's good.
That came down.
Also hooked too far on that in turn. It's wide open.
It's completely open, so peel it out. No, you can throw it hard enough.
Kathy Gauthier, another update for us, please. British Columbia, Northwest Territories.
Well, some struggles for Jamie Cooey. Both of his stones in the 8th end grazing on guards. He had an opportunity for 3 and flashed his first, and he's elected to play the thin double to try to blank.
And can't get it to go, so a steal of 1 for Brent Pierce in British Columbia, and a 5-3 lead as they come home in 10.
That was just the righties, right?
And there is Mark Kennedy, the lefty for Northern Ontario.
Just a biter. Copy. Just a biter. Line's good. Room. You can wait.
Yeah, they don't want to be too deep here, and they can come off that red that's wide open and make the double. So top 8, no farther.
No, it's coming down.
Still got to wait. No.
They couldn't brush that to bury it because it would be too deep and there'd be a double. But it still might be there.
You know, Mark was so excited to actually play some game action. He probably threw more stones than anyone in this building because in Beijing, that was his job, right? He was checking stones, getting information, throwing, checking out the ice, right? So
what a wonderful addition to the team for matching rocks at the end of the evening when you can go out there for that half an hour after and match the rocks for the next game for Gushue. That had to pay dividends.
That Jules Ochar guy, pretty good as well.
Yeah.
In back pocket.
No kidding.
Brett, you got to go.
And yet it was after the speech by Mark Kennedy, after they'd lost and had to quickly regroup before playing for that bronze medal, that he said he knew that it had made an impact when it was Brad and Mark Nichols out matching the stones for that bronze medal match.
And wow, how about that miss? Not over yet here in this 9th end.
Brutal.
Wide? Yeah, quite a bit. I thought you actually got it in a significant amount.
Better line. Wait for it.
So now with Hammer here at 9, a couple in the rings already for Brad Jacobs.
Just wait, guys.
Floppy.
Whoa, EJ.
Has to really curl here. There's not a ton of finish onto the corners here.
Same weight.
Wait.
Curl. More. Okay, not bad.
It's fine, Mark.
Pretty good. Can't get rid of 2 of them. Yeah. Throw. Let's see.
Except for now, he rolls under.
I did too, but another rock quicker.
Shot with the board.
Couple choices here. It looks like Brad's going to take on that same, that same intern hit. You could just sit 2.
Roll the center line and be pretty good, I think.
Okay. Is that board weight?
Yeah.
This is good too. If you can you'll get rid of 1 this way and roll in your 2nd and 3rd. Sound like Nichols slid a little wide.
Board weight. You're big. Whoa, Brett. Easy. Brett.
Skip Stones here at 9.
Hard, Brett. Hard. No roll.
No roll.
As Gushue.
Whoa.
1 red goes. He'll roll the shooter.
Okay. No, that's good.
To the side of the button.
It's good.
Pretty good shot.
It's good.
Really good shot.
Really good weight.
Pretty good.
Shot.
Nice shot, Brad.
Time out.
And Northern Ontario using a
That.
timeout. Their coach is Caleb Flaxey.
I was actually just thinking this.
Yeah, that's fine.
I like hitting that one.
Yeah.
What? Hitting that one.
What do you like? Flat?
Well, we need 3.
I know.
So if you're hitting this,
No,
if
you're
you
right.
nose this, it makes the double.
My gut was we have to touch
Mark?
the 6 rock.
Yeah.
I like
Just thought about nosing
that, right?
I think so.
Yeah, he's probably playing the cross house double.
Yeah, he is. And then you got the double for 2.
And I think that's okay. I think that's what we want. We want him to play that, no?
Could roll out a little bit. Where does he have to roll with this that kills us? I guess if he makes this,
If
we're
he
dead.
goes under.
We need a miss.
Well, I know
But
we need a miss, but what miss do we want him to make? Do we ever hit and roll in front, or is that silly?
Because then you set up a
I think that
double.
just makes an easy double right here, no?
You have to over roll, and then it's still probably make
And
he
you
can
can
make
pop
it that way.
pop it off the
So
1.
it's still only a deuce. Are we okay? You playing the slip double if he noses this?
Well,
We have to.
we
be.
have to
I think
be.
we have to at this point.
We're happy
I-
with a shot like that for 3.
I think we got to let's get 3 in the rings and make him make a shot.
Nose this then, little roll out, fine. I think
Yep,
so.
that's the
Forward.
play. Roll a little to the right. And then the double for Brad Gushue is very difficult. And if he tries it and rolls out, it's a 3.
Maybe a little roll away, if anything.
They're right by saying we need a miss. And what they mean by that is a half miss, not a full miss.
In the meantime, Kathy, quickly, Mike Fournier, Jason Gunlickson in 9.
And huge momentum swings in this game. Jason made a double run back on his first, and he stuffed that red one out in the wings. But trying to freeze to it, Felix hit or grazed and rolled in the open. An opportunity here for Jason for 2, maybe 3.
Easy.
In the meantime, in our feature, Brad Jacobs, his stone on the way.
Never stop! Never stop!
Gotta hold it in the rings, and he will.
Yeah,
Meantime, Gunlickson hit, flips in.
Just 2.
And he'll pick up his pair.
Great job.
So Fournier will trail, but with hammer.
Yeah, he's still
coming home in 10.
Whips the double, and it might even make the triple.
Could make it easier, like if I just roll to there. Could go to there, and then it's super thin.
Just see him making it if it's close together.
Okay. All right, let's
roll
give
it
it a go.
2/3 buried.
If it's not going like right off, but even if we roll over here,
it's 2.
I'll count that one.
Yeah.
Okay, board.
Make a precise roll. I mean,
No.
one. Yeah, thanks, buddy. Yeah, thanks.
And another final here is Paul Fleming, Nova Scotia, a win over Nunavut.
Thank you.
Final score there, 8-4.
Thank you.
So the team out of the Halifax Curling Club improving to 2-0, another win.
Brad's going to try to roll to the broom there, or maybe a little farther, even buried. Can't be aggressive roll out.
Here, Les.
Yep. Hard. Still board, though. Hard.
You heard you, Russ, and the team need a bit of a miss or a half miss.
Jeff.
No, they're going the other way. They're not going to roll wide. So.
Okay. All right.
So the double available to try score 3, pull within 1.
Thin double.
I don't know if I love Peel, quite frankly. I think we just got to hit it in the right spot with normal.
Sounds good. Let's make it.
Smart by Gushue. Once he had missed the original call by rolling buried,
Normal?
he tried to get it the other way to make this
normal.
as steep a double, as thin a double as they possibly could. If he had been a foot to the right, it would have been a half rock double
What is it,
that
Mark? Like a thin quarter?
Jacobs is going to make. So this is tougher.
But that being said, you heard in the timeout, Caleb Flaxey and even Brad Jacobs saying, I'll take anything for a double for 3 at this
That's
point,
right.
I mean,
Yeah.
and they have to. You look at the scoreboard, they got a chance.
Yeah.
And nice numbers on the hits, and he needs one.
Straight.
A possible game saver.
Straight. Come on, Ryan.
Final stone here
Hard
in 9.
Ryan.
Brad Jacobs, what's he
Ryan.
got? Can
Hard
he make the
Ryan.
thin
Hard,
double?
hard.
1, 2. And where does the shooter go? Oh, just too much action.
Good shot.
And right off the side as he will pick up his 2.
Good try. Sorry.
Such a tough shot. Gushue leads with hammer. Welcome back to our feature game here in Lethbridge. 8-6. Brad Gushue, team wildcard, leading with hammer. Yellowstone's coming home, and Jeff Walker just made a wonderful tick shot to open things up on the first one from Ryan Harndon.
Field hits, I think. Okay. He'd have to hide 2 behind that one over there.
What's he saying?
Can't really bury me.
Can't hide 2.
Walker's become just an elite lead. He was in the biggest game of his life. He was 96% in the trials final, which forced Ryan Herndon to an 83% game because Ryan's rocks were so hard. He's 97 today.
Okay, you're good. It's a monster set there.
Shot, Jeff.
Slid inside it.
I mean, to be fair, he doesn't throw a ton
No,
of
I
peels.
know.
Okay.
That was a good peel, though.
Yeah, how often does he do that?
Thought it was fine.
Yeah, nice numbers too in Beijing. Look at that.
And it was tricky ice, way trickier than what you're looking at right now. That's a big number on the ice that was tricky.
Top 12.
Clean. Yep.
Tight top 12.
Yep. Room.
Rim.
Line's good. Line's good. Really tight. Even if it's biting, that's fine.
Okay.
Separation. Yep. Hard.
Yep.
Good. Nice.
Yeah, I can see a bit.
You just want to peel it this way?
Yes, well,
My thought
peel
is we don't really want to do that.
Okay.
Whoa! Okay, good.
Straight sideways gets the job done.
It's actually in the rings, that one, so they need one like nose hit or complete flash somehow, and then they can make it really interesting.
Halfway, boys.
That corner guard, I think Jeff had ticked it over far enough that if you come around perfectly buried, you're not in the rings.
Our best chance that it misses if he gives the double peel a go.
A little bit, Mark. A little bit. Yep. Okay, whoa, that's good.
It's our best chance for his stuff if he tries it, right? 'Cause right now it's five peels and it's game over.
Interesting. Mark wanted to leave an angle, baiting them into playing the double, and they might nose the double. Brad's not even going to try the double. He's just going to hit the open one, but the fact they didn't guard it, now he'll just hit the back one.
Try and get the top here.
Ooh.
Not the plan, but eliminates the red stone, which is the plan here right now. Just make all the red go away.
If you're going to make a mistake, though, that was the way to do it.
That was a really bad throw.
Yeah. Halfway.
Line's good.
Hi.
Line's good. EJ's. Lead.
Good sweep. Do you have to go around this one now?
Okay, let's think about it.
It's just 4 straight peels.
Control. Sure.
Into third stones now, Mark Nichols.
Jeff.
The elimination game.
Hard. Holy.
Good.
And there's a little stuff they were looking for.
Peels are tough. Peels are tough.
The worst part now is if you get it buried, you're definitely in the rings. The corner guard wasn't really usable before. It is now.
Good speed here. Yep.
Should be really fast here.
You know, it's been such an uncharacteristic game for both these teams, yet here we are in 10, and it's not over yet.
Line's good. A little bit of room.
Line's
good.
Line wait.
Room.
Back 4 is okay.
T on its own.
Back 4 is good.
Stay with it, boys.
T-line.
Just stay with
Back
it.
T. On. Back house.
Ryan?
Back T.
Ryan, if you can. Yep. Good.
Very nice shot.
Use any guard possible.
Yeah, exactly.
They certainly did. Buried in the weeds in the 12th.
How much you have?
And they lie too.
Okay, let's make this.
Yeah, or is this one dumb?
I like this one, Mark.
Okay.
I do too.
So that forces
Thick half.
Okay.
Mark to play the double. If he misses it, Jacob sinks another one around the corner guard. Brad, if it's really good, Brad might just peel the guard, and Jacob sits 3 when Gushue goes to throw his last shot.
Whoa. Jeff.
Or Nichols could
go,
make
Jeff.
this.
His final stone in this 10th end. Mark Nichols. One slice it and just over the top.
Let's try it.
Crazy, isn't it? With the 5 rock roll, there's always a chance.
That's why I throw it up the middle of the rock. Okay.
Remember last end too, Brian, Jacobs was probably less than half an inch wider. He gets 3 instead of 2.
Right, yeah.
Just that much wide, eh?
Yeah.
On the slide?
That one there, just a little bit of set. I thought you slinked it and then set it a little bit.
I know it's early, but still pretty incredible to not allow a steal.
Yeah, no kidding. Even if they don't come all the way back, Northern Ontario, I think this is a really good confidence builder, the way they've hung in there, and they were
Line's great.
They were destroyed in a couple of ends, and you know that's not good. It's nice to be able to come back like this.
Hard line.
Boy, that's curling hard.
Hard line.
It's really breaking towards the high guard. Got to get it by that first, and they just graze it and do. And now you got to find the rings in time. And they did. They ran out of real estate.
These are pretty good.
What a tough break.
No kidding.
I just jumped a little bit early on you.
No, I didn't throw it very good.
No? A little soft? Okay.
Draw back 4, back 8.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Back 8 so he can't make the roll behind.
Yep.
So as Brad Gushue settles in, let's update you again. BC, Northwest Territories,
You can
Kathy.
go tighter ice if you
Well,
want.
those 2 stones in the house have to be removed. Jamie needs 2 to tie, and his biggest opportunity was just guarded by Brent Pierce. So trying the in-off needs to make the in-off double.
High degree of difficulty, and he'll miss the redirect. So handshakes and a win for British Columbia for Brent Pierce out of the Royal City Curling Club in New Westminster. He's on the board. Win number 1, 7-3 the final over Jamie Cooey.
Full back 8, full back 8, full back 8, full back 8.
Keep going, keep going,
Full back
keep
8.
going.
Good. That's good, that's good.
So Gushue, his first, draws it back 8 for shot stone. Brad will have to hit and stick and then hope for a miracle of some sort at this point.
Yeah, they had to get that in the paint, that last one. And Brad admitted it, and that's nice too. I just Kennedy gave him the opportunity. I think it jumped on you. And no, I just
it was
threw it in arrow.
Not his finest throw, as he admitted.
Yeah.
So here in 10, final stone for Brad Jacobs. Wants to hit and stick.
Close.
Ryan.
You guys got this one?
Ah.
Thanks. Good shot, Brad. Good throw.
So forces Gushue to throw his final rock. And the good news for him, you just make it go away.
Mm-hmm.
Don't need to worry about the shooter, and it's game over.
Impressive game from Team Gushue for sure.
A little different if that little red nibbler was in. It just makes it, you know.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Not that Gushue's going to miss, but doesn't have the luxury of rolling out. And now he does. Just make contact with that red stone and pick up a win.
Solid normal.
Lay down.
Final stone in 10, Brad Gushue. And the battle of the Brads goes to the skip from the rock. 8-7 your final as team wildcard. Brad Gushue the victory. And I know there's a lot of curling to come, but is that the win that secures him top spot in the group? Yeah, no rust yet from Beijing, the bronze medalist, and that'll bring us to the game story brought to you by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Curling Canada. And it was a tough one, Russ. We thought it'd be a lot closer. Yes, it did come down to the final stone, but what did you make of it?
Well, the fourth end was the key. 2 center guards when Jacobs was winning was very questionable. Nichols made him pay a double, but rolled to a perfect spot. Gushue makes a bullet peel double off the corner, doesn't even know where to put the broom, and that set up the 3. And from that point, it seemed to deflate Northern Ontario. Nichols 94. How do you beat that? Kennedy only 83.
So a huge win for Gushue. Continues to have Jacobs' number in a rematch of that trials final. In the meantime, Kathy Gauthier, 1 game remaining. Let's send it over to you to tee it up here in this final end.
Well, it is shot stone that belongs to Quebec. That is what they need to tie. Looking for a way to score 2. Jason Gunlickson threw that yellow guard on his final so that the tap is not there.
Moi, j'aime pas pire. Normal, je peux comprendre, j'aime pas pire.
They're not looking at that out-turn draw. It hangs out for so long. I think they feel that that yellow stone is in the way. I don't know that that they can't get there, Russ.
I think it's there. It's not easy, but I think it's there. You can even run into your own, but I imagine they're thinking this one.
They are.
Yeah. Did I hear Peel?
You did. I don't know that you have to throw Peel.
I guess if you hit part of the red, it goes onto that other red, jams off the yellow, and it might sneak in there, or the red on the 8-foot comes straight back.
See, that's a really good view of that out turn.
Yeah, the out turn looks the easiest. I guess if the two red together, if they hit that one straight back, get a piece of the yellow, he does score 2.
Good.
Yep. So final stone in 10. It's Felix Zasselin. He throws the 4 stones for Team Quebec.
Get lucky.
Bang it back. Red's moving. And my goodness.
Yeah.
Did that red spill too far?
It's close.
I don't know.
Strange decision.
It really looks close.
Measure?
Yeah, we'll stick it.
I think it's red, or
that was my first
I didn't
thought.
have that
but
one
we'll
in
stick
my.
it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Things that could
To be
happen.
honest, I never saw it.
me neither.
I thought that was the safest.
No, I make it.
I mean, was that the shot you would play, Russ?
No, not at all. There's one of the reasons right there that almost backfired. I know he had 2 options that way. If it bends a little more, gets the red straight back, it gets the yellow, he scores 2. And if he goes tick tick, the red might have slid in there too. But I think with today's brushing, you could have thrown that wide out turn and carved it right in there.
And then.
And from having at least a single point, and at the very least an extra end, now maybe it's game over.
Aller halfway de bumper. Si tu t'as frappé exactement là, tu l'aurais pas.
Wow.
Oh boy.
That is devastating. They had at the very least an extra end, and then after that shot actually knocking their own shot stone out. Wow.
Wow is right.
So a double win Sunday for Jason Gudlickson. And as that score doesn't really tell the story, 9-7 the final. He beat Mike McEwen earlier, then beats Team Quebec. 2 wins for Gunner on this day. We'll step aside from Lethbridge.
The Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Curling Canada. By New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada. By BKT Tires and OK Tire. And by Home Hardware. Here's how.
Beautiful Sunday night, 4th largest city in Alberta, Lethbridge. High-level bridge constructed in 1909. Really cool part of Alberta. And the host city this year for our Tim Hortons Brier. So an updated look now at the standings. Pool A, Dunstone, Cooey, Botcher undefeated. And that was a massive win for Gushue. He takes down Jacobs, a good shot now to be top spot in the group. How about Paul Fleming, Nova Scotia 2-0. Top 3 in each pool will advance to the playoffs championship weekend next weekend. And just a reminder, it all continues tomorrow morning with 3 more draws. Draw 7 or focus on Pool A. James Grattan 1 and 2, New Brunswick. Colton Flash, the Brier champion, with Kevin Cooey from 2019. He's 1 and 1, representing Saskatchewan. 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time tomorrow, right here on TSN from Lethbridge. No rust showing from the bronze medalist from China in Beijing. Another win for Brad Gushue and his squad, and a tough one for Jacobs, Northern Ontario. It's been a great day. 3 draw Sunday. Thanks for watching our coverage on TSN. Sports Center is now.